All right, there we go. Welcome back to Blaze Craft Beer Podcast. If you're listening to this, you're going back in time because we're still in 2025 here. But when you listen to it, it's going to be 2026. And it's also part of the 2025 Craft Beer Summit finale. And boy, this will be a finale. Some of you guys, I might lose you. It's all right. It's going to be a fun night. The podcaster panel is back. Please, one of you guys, introduce yourselves and where you're from.
Start with the only one that's not a guy.
Okay, that's fair. I'm Julia. I am one half of Truth Beer and Podsequences.
My name is Bret Kollman Baker, and I'm also a half of Brew Skies Podcast.
I'm Mike Morgan. I like to consider myself more like 52% of Brew Skies Podcast.
No, that's fair.
I'm the Gnarly Gnome, and I am 100% of the Gnarly Gnome. That's not even true. There's lots of other people that do things and help me out with stuff. I'm like 4%.
It's an important 4%.
I drink
though.
beers and I talk about them.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hey, you've been cranking out a lot of stuff lately.
You've been watching that?
Yes.
You've also been creating
But
When'd you put the camera down at the bar? I mean,
Yeah, I like to crank it.
I thought the innuendos were off the table.
No, we said there were no rules.
20 seconds in, and we're already talking about cranking it?
Talking about content.
yes, FYI, this is not going to be your normal podcast, but it's going to be fun anyways. So,
We're all going to crank it with
Well, if
Blake.
you listen to Barstool Perspective, it's going to be pretty normal.
or Truth Beer and Podsequences, yeah.
Or the weekly pint. You know what? This is kind of normal.
So, oh boy, I asked this last year. So, 2025, and if you can describe it in 2 words, because I know you guys will break the one word rule. So, where would you put beer right now in 2025?
I have to do 2 words?
It'll probably be more than 2, but it's all
What
right.
if I do less?
It's
There are no rules.
But
Okay.
bonus points.
Ooh, there's points?
I wish.
I'm going to say confusing. Very confusing, though, so it'll be 2 words. I don't think anybody knows what the hell they're doing anymore.
People don't know what they're doing anymore? The brewers don't know what they're doing anymore?
Yep.
Yeah.
All of
Yeah.
the above.
Did they ever know what they're doing, and now it's just being exposed, or are they just...
I think they thought they knew what they were doing.
I think once upon a time, a lot of them knew what they were doing.
And then
Some
we've
of them
had,
still do, but they're a minority.
well, there have been several major shifts in the last 10 years alone. We'll just say between COVID and the non-beers, everything from seltzers to THC. So, yeah, no one really knows what the hell's going on anymore. From the beer makers to the beer drinkers, I think.
I would say doomed, but if you're going to force me to use 2 words, Blake, fucking doomed, obviously. I mean, if you're going to force me right into breaking your own rules, it's not really my fault.
It's all right.
Is craft beer doomed because of craft beer, or is craft beer doomed just because it's small business? And small business is basically just in the tank right now.
I personally think it's more that. I think that there are all these problems in taste, etc., and breweries letting the tail wag the dog. But at the end of the day, I think that...
Who's the tail in this situation? I assume the dog is making money. Is the tail the brewers wagging the dog the wrong way, or is the tail the consumer wagging the dog the wrong way?
The tail is the consumer. It's the consumer letting the people who are supposed to know how to make quality beer dictate what gets made. And from a business standpoint, I understand how breweries fall into that trap. But at the end of the day, I think that you have to, if you want to look at what's wrong with brewing and you want to look at how to fix it, look at fine restaurants. How many times do you walk into a truly good restaurant with an exceptional chef, and that dumb bastard is walking around finding the stupidest people in his establishment to ask how he should make the food?
I think it's the complete opposite. I think if you want to look at how to save craft beer, you ignore the fine restaurants and you look at the taco truck on the corner that's been running for 30 years, that it's just some family that comes and hangs out and makes their tacos, and people show up and just love the tacos.
Yeah, but they tend to be Mexican And
Mexicans can make beer too. It's okay.
Yeah, Mike, Jesus Christ.
You explain that to ice, though. But the point is that just because
they can make it, just not here.
Jesus. What would the tariff, rate be on tacos?
just because it's a food truck doesn't mean that they don't know what they're doing.
Exactly. But I think there were a lot of craft breweries that wanted to be fine dining that they should have just been taco trucks and just done their thing for people that wanted to enjoy the thing.
You do what's quality. But the taco trucks that I know that really succeed, they do like street tacos, and they do all, they do like really quality food. And the thing that I've learned about me and Mexican food is that I like it dumbed down and Americanized as much as possible. I want like a shitload of cheese on it.
They'll do that at the taco truck.
I mean,
if you ask for it, but they're not.
They still look at you side-eye. They're
What
like,
they are not doing
yeah.
is making their food dumb enough to appeal to me. They're still making quality food. They're still in charge of what they're making. And if I'm too stupid to appreciate it, there's a little bit of stank on me and some ownership on me being too dumb to appreciate that food.
I can't tell if you're in now. Are you arguing in favor of every craft brewery needs a light lager? Is that what I'm hearing?
I mean, if you look at Cincinnati, mostly about everyone now in the major breweries in Cincinnati all have a light lager now.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you're measuring success on. I mean, if you want to be quote unquote successful in the way that a lot of people are saying you have to be today, you need to have a light lager, and you need to have a restaurant, and you need to have this and that. I don't think that's the true measure of success, but
We don't need the Applebee's craft breweries.
yeah,
We need to stratify them.
yeah.
It's actually, my word is craft beer is basically it's like a dive bar right now. It's dying, and it's going through an inflection point. And I think the way where you get the taco truck, and the reason a taco truck can exist, is because it's cheap, it's affordable, and it's great experience when you go there for the food. But you can't make cheap, affordable beer if you are paying debt service. You just can't do it. And so you can't have the Mexican truck of a craft beer because 98% of craft breweries exist on a shoestring budget and a fucking pile of debt. But the breweries, at least the brewery owners that I talk to that are like relatively cool with like not doing crazy volume and numbers, like the old brewery across the street from us, Humble Monk, who's actually now closed for different reasons. Like they never cared about how much they were doing because they had zero debt. And that you just can't see that. So I agree. I think it should stratify like restaurants. I think that's a great actually analogy. But when you have the capitalist system weighing down on the small businesses, I think it's like a dive bar, which can only exist without debt. You can't sell $2 pints and live above it unless you own that damn dumb little bar.
Right.
And I think we're
God, now I want tacos. Damn it.
Yeah, I agree with all that. I mean, the stratification, we used to talk about really being localized, and I think that's still really kind of the point. Do you need to focus predominantly on like craft lagers, where your real point is a Pilsner? Well, in the right town, in the right neighborhood, in the right environment, maybe you do that.
That's how Germany exists as a country.
Exactly.
Every town's got a different style.
Yeah.
Exactly, although they're having problems there.
True. Different reasons, but yes.
But yeah, there are those issues, but I think you're right, Brett, that the broader issue is there are multiple forces crushing small businesses across the board. And breweries are highly capitalized, low profit margin small businesses. So I don't think I'm ready to write the death warrant for small business in America. Yeah.
The voice of positivity.
So when you operate a brewery, how do you do? Sorry. So when you operate a brewery, how do you balance the fine line of not being in debt, but also making great beer at the same time? Is
I don't
there a
think you can.
balance on that?
I can answer that question.
Yeah.
And the answer is you don't make money. 10 years in, I'll let you know when we make money. But we haven't yet.
But I mean, that's been the story of craft beer. It's been this like struggle of people trying to go either too small and then realizing that it was too small and then they destroy
They're not able to
themselves,
expand,
or
yeah.
going too big and realizing that then you lose control on the other end and eventually, you know,
Or you just sell out and make money that way, right?
Oh, which
If
is
you
way
even
easier
can,
said than
yeah,
done.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, I'll sell out the second someone brings $30 million to the table. I'm done. I'm gone. Fucking see ya. I'm out. I only get a small portion of that $30 million, but I'm fucking out. But I'll tell you, that money's just not out there. And I had to argue it was never fucking out there. And these brewery owners talking about how, we used to get all these fucking offers and shit back in the day. They never got shit. They probably had one bank reach out to them once so they'd give them money.
But look at the old housing markets in like the 2005-ish. They were approving people for loans for homes that there is no fucking way that these people can actually afford the month-to-month payment. But the bank says I can afford a $500,000 house, so I got a $500,000 mortgage, and now I'm, being thrown out because
bad
I can't
news. That's
pay
not
that.
just back in the day. That's
Well, no.
still the way it is. Like you go to buy a
True,
house and they're
but
like, "Yeah, you're approved for this amount." And you're like, "No, I'm not."
I remember when I bought my house, the banker that I worked with was actually pretty decent to where he said, "What do you expect your mortgage payment to be? Because people are getting approved for pretty decent amounts of money." And I said, "I'm hoping no more than 3 times what I'm currently paying in rent, but I know." And he was like, "Okay, well, that's a good start. Most people think that their mortgage payment is going to be the same as their rent payment." And that never made sense to me. Why would it be? But I mean, again, I feel like it's the same thing. Oh, this is where the banks are going to make their money, give the small businesses these huge loans, and we can do this and make you these offers and all that. They were doing the same with home buyers. And yeah, to your point, still are. But I feel like there have been a couple small periods where it was even more insane than what the market is currently.
Sure.
So what is the market wanting right now? I know that's the challenging question right now, but
That's going to be my 2 words to describe craft beer: panicked adaptation. I don't think
I
what
like that.
what places are making is necessarily what they want to make, but they're saying this is a THC, hemp-derived THC products. Perfect example. There are a ton of local breweries that said we're never going to do that, and then all of a sudden there's one from their company on the shelves. Or, well, now we're starting to talk about it, when before it was...
I get texts.
So I think that there is kind of a little bit of that, oh shit, maybe we should get in on this while we can. And I think a lot of the same thing happened with the seltzer boom from
It was worse
however
with the
many years
seltzer,
back.
yeah.
It was worse then, yes. But I feel like
Yeah,
there
cider
are...
to a degree before that.
Yeah. But I think that the hemp-derived products have been almost the worst out of them, because even as the legality ship was kind of sinking or people weren't sure what was going on, you still had Ryan guys just saying, hey, we have this. Now, they had already made it. They have to do something with it. Might as well sell it while they can. But I'm still seeing, Third Eye just announced that, or not just, but, Third Eye just put one
They had
out. And
all of these places had been working on it for a while before all of this kind of fell into place.
But I guess since a lot of people don't see kind of that behind the scenes of all the planning, it feels to the average consumer that all of a sudden, well, they're making it, so I'm going to make it too, and I'm going to make it too, and they're trying to adapt to
anything
what's
is a better
going on.
example of that than the seltzer thing that happened, of everybody insisting on making their own seltzer.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there are still a lot of places that didn't jump in on the hemp-derived THC
Sure.
bandwagon because of seltzer and because they
They might have gotten
It
burned
was
there. or something.
slower to the starting line
Yeah,
for that
yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
If the federal legislation changes over to 5 milligram cap, which is what it is sounding like it's gonna be, at least as of December 11th, 2025, I think a lot more people are gonna jump on board. Like everybody, we get texts every week, Scotty and I, like, oh, we're getting into the hemp game. How easy is it? Or how much capacity do you have at your place? Or do you have a tunnel pasteurizer? And blah, blah, blah. So, yes, I do like that, though. I get questions from local brewers and regional brewers to us here in Cincinnati about RTDs as well. which
Yeah.
I think is the other thing people are kind of panic pivoting into.
Well, it's been all of these, like even just food. Like, you know, when you guys opened up, or when like any of that boom kind of started happening around Cincinnati, most places were like, oh no, we're not going to do the food thing. You know, we make beer. That's what we do. That's what we know. We don't want to try to run a restaurant. And now you look at them and they're like, oh yeah, we got to run us a restaurant. We got to do it ourselves because you can't trust anybody else to do it. And it's like, well, you're adapting because you're panicking. Like you're not adapting because you really think it's what your business should have been, or else you would have been on that bandwagon from day one. Of course, people want to eat when they're drinking. They always did.
Yeah, because like my area in Dayton, no one yet in Dayton has gone the THC. I know Wortwing just did their NA beer for the first time, and they're the first one in Dayton to go. So I think Dayton's a little behind on everything. But
I don't. The whole NA beer, that's a different conversation. But you know, you bring
Is
up
it?
like.
It might be a little bit of the same panic to adaptation.
Well, no, I mean
Young people don't drink. I better make this.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You're right. It is part of panicked adaptation, but in terms of actual production, you bring up the housing crisis. Do you think, Brett? I mean, you guys have been.
Try not to.
You have been in front of it, and you have a book of business. I think you're established. So I think that federal legalization would be good for you and similarly situated people. But, oh my God, the number of rich idiots that are going to flood the market with THC beverage production facilities. I mean, you look at failing breweries, you look at the fact that I don't know how to make a THC beverage, but I've talked to you about it. It's easier than beer. You know, it's definitely, it doesn't require the skill or, you know, the recipes. There's none of it. You know, you make something that tastes yummy and it gets you really high. So I think that if that happens, you're going to see just an astounding bubble around THC drink manufacturers.
Hey, as long as that means my Tilray stock prices keep going up,
I hope
let
it
it
does.
flow.
No, but that's you're gonna have this influx of these big kind of regional players that are cranking out contract THC beverages. I don't think it's gonna be one big national brand.
Jesus Christ!
It could be Tilray, man.
Look, I own Tilray, and
Tilray.
I don't think it's ever gonna do shit. I just don't think there's gonna be that one big national brand.
You might be. I mean, there will be
Not yet.
eventually. There will be eventually,
There
but there
absolutely
will
will
there
be.
will be a Hunger
AB and
Games
Bev of, yeah.
in the
A
in the
Surfside will come
process.
up. A fucking Mike's Hard Lemonade will pop up. Something. A Buzzballs will emerge victorious at some point.
But that still could be Sam Adams or it could still be Tilray.
I refuse to admit that Buzzballs is a national brand of anything anymore.
It's $1 billion brand.
I refuse to admit it. Look, I'm just my head's going right in the sand, and I'm not.
No,
Speaking of which,
Understand.
should we pull a drink out of the bucket of
The
misery?
bag of misery, sure.
Yeah, I brought a bag of misery because I've got this. I have this. So on one of my podcasts, Blake, it's called the Weekly Pint. I have this bucket that sits right next to me that I put drinks in that I don't really want to drink, but that are funny to drink.
Oh, no.
And my daughter, one day when I was building the bucket, which is just wrapping it with duct tape. That's how I was building it. I needed a label on it, and I said, will you write on here for me, bucket of mystery? And she's like, yeah, I can do that. And she takes the Sharpie, and she's writing it, and she writes it all out, and she turns it around, and it literally says, bucket of misery. And that's great. And I'm like, and then I kind of explained. She's like, oh, I'll change it. And I said, no, I don't think you should change it. And she's like, no, I have to change it. I spelled it wrong. So she crossed it out and put mystery underneath of it. But now it says bucket of misery crossed out. So I've got stuff. Do you want to pick it or do you want me to pick it?
I think Blake should pick it.
Yeah, shove
His
your hand
show.
in my bag.
Oh
Man,
yeah.
putting his sack
There-
right on the table. Come on. No.
Can't look, though.
okay.
The problem with the hemp beverages,
And we
by
can't drink
and
the
large,
ice pack.
Okay.
is exactly what you said, Mike, in that it doesn't take
It's
the same
warm.
level
Oh,
of
boy.
skill.
It's so hard.
Oh, he picked the one beer I brought.
And
this is a vintage.
Oh God.
expertise that brewing does. You just slam flavors and sugar together
Yeah.
until it works.
Yeah. Weed and
So
sugar.
how is a brewery ever going to do well when breweries are chronically underfunded, chronically don't have marketing budgets and spend? How is a brewery ever going to find success in the hemp market once the big money gets in?
You just answered it. Capital.
Yeah, they just
Capitalization.
capital.
Capitalization is going to be 100%
Sorry,
of
Brad, I
it.
didn't know if you
Whoever
wanted
has the
any.
money is going to win that game.
This is called Sprink Ale. I don't know if you guys remember this one.
I
from
do.
Rivertown Brewing Company, when they were still open, they collaborated
How
with
old is
the
this
Butler
fucking
County.
beer?
It's pretty old. They collaborated with the Butler County
older than
Donut
Blake.
Trail to make a donut beer. Mm-hmm. It's like an imperial Belgian wit with donuts in it.
Oh, this is
Man,
the
I tried to
official,
bring you a
It still
decent beer,
smells
Gnome,
decent.
you prick.
This is the official beer of ice.
Hey, that's an OG.
Oh
Imperial
wow.
white flavored ale.
Wow.
Flavored for the whites.
Yeah, white flavored.
I mean, they could just say it has a crackery finish. I mean, they didn't have to go all. You know.
I'm pretty sure I'm not going to like this.
This beer's from
Well, the point is not to like it. The point
Yeah,
is
it's
to
a bucket
this is the
of
smell.
misery. It's a bucket of misery. There's nothing fun in it.
It still smells like frosting or like donut
That's
icing.
the whites you're tasting.
Oh. I thought that would taste more like Starbucks, but I mean, I don't know. I guess.
It still has
my
the
God.
flavoring.
That's all it is the
it's-
flavoring.
It's
Yeah.
sweet.
Tastes
Okay.
like you're eating a donut.
No,
little sour
my donuts
icing.
do not taste like this.
How long do you
tastes-
let your donuts sit out before you eat them, Blake? I
I'm
mean,
just talking about Speedway donuts.
Doesn't Speedway have like Krispy Kreme donuts?
That was a joke.
I think Speedway has
so.
good donuts.
I think they do.
Or you go to Walmart
There's-
and see the donuts on sale. That's
Yeah. those are
Donuts tasted like this, cops would be in much better shape.
Oh, yeah, that's a.
That's terrible.
Why does it sting my tongue?
Oh, God.
It was. I never loved this beer, and I kept hoping that
Oh, I
it would
took
eventually
like a
start
little.
to get better.
I took like
And
a
it just
little
didn't.
sip to begin with. And then I took more of a drink, and just the awfulness. Oh my God, that hurt.
It did its job.
What's the ABV on that? Like 11%?
Yeah, it's high.
Jesus Christ.
It's to preserve the donuts. Yeah, 11.1%. It's crafted for those who do not forget to treat themselves. Get it?
And now we know why they shut down.
I do wish I could experience Rivertown in its glorious days.
It was not this, I can tell you that.
Well, actually, if you want to experience the very best of Rivertown, go to Wooden Cask.
Yeah, wooden
Yeah,
cask.
yeah.
If you can find somebody that's still got a bottle of the old lambic laying around, it's drinking great. It's good stuff. But yeah,
Randy was the half of Rivertown that knew how to make good beer.
this was never what Rivertown.
I just
Still
want more
do it.
death.
I will say this has been a couple months now. Jason collaborated with Glendale House to make a pumpkin beer,
What?
and it was fantastic. It was
Or not Glendale House, Bocce.
No, yeah. I'm sorry.
Bocce.
Yeah, Bocce, not Glendale House.
Wait.
Other tiny brewery.
Bocce?
Yeah,
They made a good beer.
they. Yes. Yeah. Look, I love Bocce. Yes, Bocce has upgraded their brew
I mean,
house.
technically, they didn't make
They bought the old Humble Monk stuff.
Yeah.
And have installed a glycol system,
Hey.
and are making some pretty good beer.
Wow.
Going great, man.
You know, thinking back this past year, I mean, everywhere knows beer is struggling, but I think when Listerman went down is when I think it really struck Cincinnati hard to the core, realizing, hey, something's going on, or you think.
I don't know if that was it, because Listerman was in its heyday, not what it was when the doors closed. It was something different because it had the homebrew side. Like it had kind of
It was never
birthed
popular
craft beer
in the same way.
Yeah, in the same way that other places were popular. But there was some cornerstone to it that when ownership changed, that status that it held, the way that they treated everyone from the home brewer to just the everyday drinker, that all kind of changed, or the effort wasn't put in to try to keep that going. So I don't know. I think that it had changed, that craft beer had been kind of going down that slope before Listerman. That was just when the people that started their beer careers, or even their drinking careers with Listerman, went, well, what the hell? We didn't. And it was more about not getting notice, I think. Not necessarily that the doors are shutting, because it had changed so much. I think it was more, you're giving us less than 24 hours for people that...
There's a lot to it. I mean, they had just hired a new brewer, and he moved down from Columbus and got an apartment right around the corner and just signed this lease, and then they just, hey, by the way, yeah, we're closing. It's like there's just lots of stuff like that just, it wasn't...
What? They hired a new brewer from out of town and fired and then closed within weeks?
Well, maybe a month or so, yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah. That's fucked.
Yeah, I mean, I think, Julia, like, it's so much. I saw this story this week about some bar in Seattle that closed, and it had been in business, I don't know, for a gazillion years, at least 60, I think. And this guy, this bartender, the guy that still ran it, there's one dude that tended the bar. They only open on, like, Friday night, and it's the same guy who's been tending the bar for 60 years. You know, so he's now like 80-something or whatever.
Sure.
And the point of it is that Listerman, I think, it was so much of a one-man show. Like, it was this one dude's personality.
It was a call to personality,
and innovation, and so, I don't know. I mean, Listerman without Dan Listerman, what do you got, really? It could have been a good start for somebody else if they really knew what they were doing.
Yeah,
it would never be the same.
It's hard when you have a business that is the branding and the personality of it is very much supposed to be centered around a person.
Right. It's his face on
not that it was
huge face on the wall.
But it's hard then to transition away from that. I don't know if
that might have lactose
Marco's
in
here.
it.
This will probably kill him.
Yeah.
I think that there's something.
Do you want one of the red ales?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Perfect.
Or a holiday ale? There you go. Yeah, who are you? You just walked in and interrupted everything that was happening.
I'm Marco, 49% of Truth Beer and Podsequences. Because Julie's 51%. I was fighting. Well, I just needed to get my kids home from work, and then traffic was terrible.
Man, I'm glad that you make your kids work.
Yeah, where do they work?
Well,
they have to work because I do very little. So, but yeah. So I'm here, part of.
My kids won't even pick up their own socks, and the dog keeps eating them. I had to make my dog vomit the other night because he ate too big of a sock.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We haven't had to do that in a long time.
It's just nonstop.
We've had pretty good luck with the dogs. You can find me behind a bar at a craft brewery, and I host trivia one night a week at a cool bar in the suburbs. So, but
what's the name of it?
Yeah, promoting the place.
I'm behind the bar at BC's Brewing Company in Mason, and I host trivia at Higher Gravity at Summit Park.
It's good to see you, Benny.
Good to see you. Good to be here. Great to be here.
We're just talking about how craft beer is doomed, and we're about to enter World War III, and old beer sucks. And
we heard that you brought Times New Roman font back to the State Department.
Oh, my God. And Blake just reached into Gnome Sack.
Oh, okay.
It's very exciting.
Took him a sack, and
okay.
It wasn't
harder.
And we got sprinkled. I mean, it's just...
It was bad for everybody.
Sweet. Well, I'm glad I'm caught up now. Yeah, that's sprinkle beer. You can keep that out. Rather have
Sprink ale. See, because it's like
don't worry, you still taste the sprinkles.
My Marco Rubio references just didn't.
Yeah, went over everyone's head.
Sorry.
So craft beer's dying? Is that what happened?
That's what I hear. Yeah.
I mean,
It's dead. You
hasn't
missed
it
the
been
funeral,
dying
dude.
for like a long time now? Like the slowest death ever. A death of 1,000 cuts.
It's like a chrysalis, you know? You got to turn into goo before you come
true.
back.
I
That's
just think
true.
there's a lot of
I
people
actually kind of like that.
that what they think
Pupation
is craft
stages.
beer is not actually craft beer. Like, I think that they kind of lost sight of what this whole thing was about and what it is.
That panicked adaptation, yeah.
Like, it's not just different styles of beer than...
We lost sight of craft beer when we were putting fucking dumbass Fruity Pebbles in mash tuns and calling it craft. There's not craft. There's nothing craft about a fucking Fruity Pebble.
The first one was.
Maybe. Was it? No.
Maybe.
No.
I don't think we did the
No,
first
it was
one.
Not. It was bullshit from the first time. Just because someone did it first doesn't make it craft. It just
How
means you were
about
the first.
Oreos? I'm kidding.
It might have been a fun. It might have been a fun
Hydrox,
novelty
maybe.
beer.
Oreos, fuck no.
Ooh,
What about
yeah.
pickles?
If you make
That's also a stupid gimmick. Anyone who brews those are idiots.
if you make a beer that is designed to taste like Oreos and you're using traditional ingredients and you're making this thing and it's like, yeah, this beer tastes like Oreos and doesn't actually have anything to do with Oreos, there's some craft to that, and I stand behind that. I think
Sure.
that if you make a pickle beer and it consists of more than just taking a bunch of taking jars of pickle brine and dumping it into your beer until it tastes like pickles, that's not craft.
Because
If you
it's not- because it's also
you
not
make
gonna
a pickle
work.
beer that is a well-crafted pickle beer. I think it is, and I stand behind that.
I think
I
There is
agree
craft
with
and
that.
stupid flavors.
Yeah, there's a difference between a beer that tastes like I'm picking something simple here, grapefruit because of the hops, versus a beer that tastes like grapefruit because you added either a flavoring or a shit ton of, grapefruit juice or whatever to it. Like there is a difference there. I think if the base of whatever, if it is something that is heavily adjuncted, you threw a bunch of hydrox into it or a bunch of fruity pebbles or whatever.
Donuts?
Is that base donuts? Is the base of that beer still solid? Could you remove that adjunct? Could you remove that crap you're throwing into it, and it's still a solid beer? Then I think it could still be considered craft because you're just giving another version of what you do. You're having fun with it. You're playing with it. But if the beer completely sucks, if you remove those extras because you're not crafting a great beer to begin with, I don't know, then you're just covering up flaws. And I don't know if that's, I don't know, it's kind of splitting hairs on what you consider
I get what
craft.
you're-
You know?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. And Brett, what was the guy that Great American Beer Fest? That dude,
Who?
The guy
Charlie
that created it?
Papazian?
Yeah.
Papazian.
Papazian, yeah.
If Papazian, when we interviewed that guy, he talked a lot about, which was a shit interview. I don't know if he made it to an episode because we were drunk as fuck. It was very disrespectful. But
He didn't necessarily know that.
It's not
fine.
one of our finer moments. But Papazian would talk about the fact that very early homebrew movement, was a lot about like, let's just throw a bunch of shit in this kettle and see, what kind of flavor we can bring out of it. So I think that fun is good. I think the first time, not to make this a Listerman program, but it's just like that brewery is an example of so many things. Mm-hmm. First time Listerman made a beer to taste just like Gatorade, that was fun as like a one-off novelty beer. Like we're going to have this batch of beer that we made taste like Gatorade. Mm-hmm. And I was like, damn, that's cool. That's really, that's some skill that you guys made a beer taste just like Gatorade. But then when they kept, when there were like 8 different Gatorade flavored beers on the menu for the next 2 years.
Does it take
that was
skill
no
to go
longer,
online and search Gatorade powder and then pick your favorite color? Is that skillful?
Well, I'm not sure. it
Some
depends
people
on how
Google
they
better
do
than
it.
others.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
I'm a prompt brewer.
It's also weird too, where in some of these contexts, it sounds like you can create a fantastic porter, but once you put cans of Cincinnati chili in it, now it's not craft anymore.
Sure.
I don't know. I could see it from sort of a 360 view, where if the care and consideration to quality and execution is there, then all of those things can probably fit into a craft bucket. But with some places, not thankfully the majority of craft breweries in America are still so small that the people that are working there, whether it's in the brewery, making the beer, brewing the beer, or front of the house, they have a care and passion that is just not at a lot of chain establishments. So I think that care and consideration for the vast majority of craft breweries is there somewhere, and it's harder to find at a lot of the bigger places.
There is, to me, there's also a side to craft that is innovation, and as much as I don't want to admit it, and I think a lot of us don't want to admit it, shoving candy bars in a beer at one point was innovation. It was unique. It was innovative and different, and there was some amount of craft to that. It quickly was surpassed by the amount of people just making shitty candy bar beers, but there was something to that at one point.
You also, yeah, I mean, I agree with that. You go back to maybe a better example than the one I just gave is that crazy bastard that we interviewed that took credit for like the oldest brew pub in the U.S.
Jack McAuliffe.
No, that was first.
The guy in fucking Hatteras or wherever it was, Outer Banks. That
No, that
The
guy's
guy that
crazy. He
did,
was fantastic.
Oldenburg?
Oh,
No,
you're
the
talking
one
about
from
the guy-
California.
the distiller up in Alaska now. That guy.
No, the guy that he was like he started the guy that probably started the IPA wars, but also the guy that created the first pumpkin beer,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
and he had to
George
figure it out.
Washington.
Buffalo
didn't he
Bills.
technically-
Yeah,
Bills,
it was
what's that guy's name?
Buffalo Bills.
Shit.
God, that guy's a lot of fun, but it's batshit. But you know, he started it. We want to make a beer that tastes like pumpkins, so they threw a gazillion pumpkins in the vat, and they realized, well, that all ferments down. You don't taste pumpkin for shit. And it took them a while to figure out that we need to put these spices in the beer that replicates pumpkin pie to trigger this tastes like pumpkin, although it had zero pumpkin in it. That is craft.
That's definitely
that
craft,
that's creation. Now
You can go down to a local bakery though and just buy a bunch of goddamn pumpkin pies and toss them in and take credit for someone else's work. He built it from the ground up.
Yes, right. Is all of these shitty pumpkin beers now? You know, do I respect them? No. But I'm saying the first guy that did it, that was craft, man. That was innovation.
Sure. I guess in care, I think you hit the nail
Not
on the
Ken
head.
Grossman.
Care,
No,
care
no.
probably
That
goes
would
a
be the
long way.
IPA wars, kind of with
no,
Sierra
Ken
Nevada.
Grossman's-
I know I'm trying to go through all the episodes like you do.
Hang on, I'll look it up. Jeez.
Yeah, no, we'll find it before I do.
Unfortunately, though, too, I mean, with the way that with brewery closings and slower brewery openings and people who were in this 20 years ago sort of aging out into different professions, you
Bill
know,
Owens.
you'd hope that places
Yes.
find a way to care and continue to care and steward another wave of passionate people that are going to carry on that. That way they're not like the wing chain that serves terrible wings and crappy big beer.
Oh,
And,
B-dubs.
and they don't care. I mean, at some point in that company's history, was there a history where the wings were great, where the wings weren't tiny, where this service model was something to be duplicated or replicated? I don't know, but in some cases in craft, you know, I hope that there's that continuance where it does. When you get big and you're not going to get as big as, you know, the largest ones that we have around, but, you know,
TGIF used to be like a hot cocktail bar in this country.
right?
Yeah.
It used to be like a cool ass place to go and
Yeah,
they'd have
with
cocktail
competitions.
competitions
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
Applebee's, which to me is like the perfect example of mediocrity in this country. At one
Applebee's is
time-
cheaper than fucking McDonald's
But at one
right now.
time, it was a good
great.
little family-owned restaurant. Like it was a good place, and then it expanded and eventually became what it is today. But like it wasn't like it was a slow process to make that happen before that
suck
craft
the
went
soul
away.
out of it and
Yeah.
put all the greed in. BW3s, I can answer that specifically. First of all, I will fight the gnome over the fact that spicy garlic sauce is still just fucking delicious.
No, I will never argue that their sauce is bad.
Yeah,
I think
the
that is
sauce
the
is good.
only redeeming
great.
quality
It
of
is great.
B-dubs right now.
But I, for a while, I represented one of the three guys that founded BW3s.
Really?
He got out early and he did not become a gazillionaire, but I do know the early history, and those guys were like some of the first people to be making wings outside of New York, which is, of course, why we call them buffalo wings, because in Buffalo, New York, it was the first place to make an industry out of using this throwaway part of the chicken. And so what they were doing was really innovative, and to take this like concept of the chicken wing across the country, I mean, it was radical. It was brilliant, and they made really good product. But over time, greed always takes over.
Is that why you think some breweries that I'm going to mention Brewdog, like the one that keep open tap room, is that probably part of the problem? Or like, what's that one from Pennsylvania that came in?
Voodoo,
but
yeah.
never lasted.
They're still in
long.
Westchester.
Oh, okay. Is that similar areas
think. I
of
haven't
when
driven
someone
by, that could be
opens up
close.
more tap rooms?
Didn't someone put on social media that they thought that was up for sale?
It's unconfirmed. But yeah, they're for sale.
Okay.
Unconfirmed.
So
Voodoo?
In Westchester.
Westchester, yeah.
Oh.
opportunity.
There you go.
Second tap room, there we go.
How do you replicate a vibe? Like we were just talking about the cult of personality driving Listerman's forward and a lot of these other successful things. How do you take that and replicate it at a new location
You don't.
without
Yeah.
it just being like...
I think, overwhelmingly unsuccessful.
So the example here in town that I like to look at is Madry right now. Like they've managed to some degree to create these different taproom spaces that each have somewhat of a unique personality, but still lean back into what Madry feels like they are today.
Because I think they're leaning more not on the personality, but just the core values behind the company or what.
Yeah, like they're
even
all-
if those change over time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
From
there is a
beer to
road to do
hospitality.
that.
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
if you're doing it at a smaller scale than what they're trying to do.
They're all
But-
certainly their own. They each have their own identity.
Yeah.
With the Madry name on top of them. Yes.
You can't just copy and paste a tap room and expect people to fall in love with it. But at this, I mean, like I say that, but BJ's is still going strong across the country, and it's literally copy and paste. So I don't know. There's a lot of people that don't want soul in anything that they
Yeah, look at
shove in their
Indiana.
face.
In Indianapolis
Indianese.
specifically.
Why do we always have to talk about the damn Indianese?
That whole state.
There's like 3 souls in that whole freaking state.
Really is.
That
It's a joke. I love all of you.
I mean, you look at the Seven Cent over at Columbus. They have 3 locations, but each of them has a different name and it has a different vibe to it. When I talk to Colin, some people don't even realize they're actually with Seventh Son.
That's a good example too. Yeah.
You know.
Or here in town, Westside and Gilligan's, like 2 very different brands that have 2 very different spaces.
Well, they're making the same beer.
They're
I mean,
not.
the
They're not,
spaces are
yeah.
different.
But
There's
Gilligan's,
some stuff they're making for Gilligan's,
yeah,
but
and I think that they are trying to lean heavier and heavier into just more and more Gilligan's beer at Gilligan's. I mean,
they're also just both exceptional breweries.
yeah.
And again, does that fall back onto... Because Gilligan's personality and Westside's personality, just taproom-wise, not even close to being the same thing at all. So does it just fall back onto either those core values or that core... we make traditional styles exceptionally well, or whatever the exact wording is of their motto. Is it more of that makes expansion into multiple tap rooms successful versus trying to figure out the personality of the first tap room that brewery opened? Because you're never going to catch that same lightning in a different bottle.
50 West seems to have that lightning pretty well bottled up.
I feel like they're kind of an anomaly though, because they always felt more corporate than craft to me. Even though I know the story, I know how they started, I know that they are still a smaller brewery, but something about how they
But that was the
established
lightning.
things- sure,
That was
but
like they
that's-
didn't
yeah.
feel corporate, and then as soon as they started getting some of that, like that side of it, and they figured out how well it was working, they, for lack of a better way of putting this, push some of that other non-corporate feeling stuff aside. And like, no, people want this formula that we've got here, and that's what we need to replicate.
You know the vibe that you're getting into when you go to Mad Tree, any location.
Sure.
You know what the general vibe's going to be. 50 West, you know what the vibe's going to be. BJ's, very flat vibe, but you know what it's going to be. And I think it more than anything, that's what people want. It's comfort, consistency,
Familiarity.
predictability.
Yes.
But that's you can have a space that is not formulaic, that you still kind of know what you're walking into.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with any of that, but I think that West Side is very interesting in that the only place that might be more insular than the West Side is Wyoming. And those people are fucking weird, man.
Talking about the state?
No, I'm talking about the suburb.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the town of Wyoming. And the fact that those guys are doing so well in those two different places, when you think about, if we loop back to like stratification, it's not just quality. That can also mean, playing specifically to your crowd that they're doing, but they're doing it without letting their crowd dumb them down. Like, they are succeeding in the West Side, and they're making some really good German beers, but they are also succeeding in Wyoming. And in Wyoming, there were people that came out with pitchforks early on because, they hate anything up there. It's different. We hate it. It's worse than Hyde Park.
I mean, it's a carbon copy of the West Side. Something's changing. I don't like this.
Yes, except richer.
Yes.
So I think that there's something that they have that's very important, that is a recipe for success in both of those places.
Well, you hard cap that success, though. The floor might be higher, but the ceiling's way lower.
Right.
Like West
you're
Side-
not gonna Rheingeist out of either one of those places.
No, West Side was in Kroger's, and guess what? It didn't do very well aside from Kroger. That was really close to where the brewery is.
Yeah.
Which is good. Like, they don't need more than that. But you're right. You're not gonna Rheingeist a West Side brewery.
You're going to be a very successful neighborhood craft brewery, and if you can make money at that, then they're doing that well. But yeah, if you can't make money in that, you're fucked, because you're not going to Rheingeist it.
No, then you're gonna voodoo yourself or whatever.
Man, you make me have vibes of like Mercer and Dark County where I live, because you're never going to Rheingeist them out of it either, because they're all Busch Light people up there that, I mean, some breweries I've tried. I mean, I still, to this day, don't know how Muller is still surviving up in Rearstein, but they are still somehow thriving up there.
Oh, it's the Brew Barn.
Yeah.
Barns, I guess.
If they close, that means it's changed, so people keep going. So it's doesn't run as much of a risk of closing, because again, that would equate to change.
That's why I drink BrewDog, because I can't afford the scale of global change BrewDog closing would cost. Can you imagine?
Just fuck off with with that whole 12-pack you have down there.
They're just a misunderstood.
How many
I guess I'm
people
not
do they?
enough to understand.
How many people do they still employ up there in Columbus?
6 at least.
It might be 6 at most.
Do they do any contract brewing up there still, or is everything just?
Who knows?
Okay.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I think they do. I don't know how much. They were making garage beer for a hot minute, is what I heard.
Not very long.
Not long.
No.
It didn't last very long.
So who's making it now?
There's a lot of people making it.
A lot of places, yeah.
They make it all over the place.
California. I think the last can that I saw was California.
Kelsey Brothers.
Yeah.
Show up every
Jason's
day.
Garage.
Jason's brewing in his garage. That's how it got its name. Haven't you heard the stories?
So it's,
That one guy's fiance, she comes, she like fucking mashes in and whatnot.
I love, and this is probably not a popular
Taylor.
opinion about from craft beer fans, but I love the success story of garage beer, and the fact that it came right after Vive tanked and almost destroyed Braxton, and the fact that they were able to pull this garage beer brand out of their buttholes and create a beer that at that time was a great light lager, and then let it kind of
Yeah,
turn
it
in.
was.
And then-
Originally, it was like a decent craft-made lager beer.
and then be smart enough to unload the brand when they did, which everybody told me was the dumbest thing they'd ever heard of. Why would you
Well,
do
but
that?
not
That's
only
so
that,
stupid. And
first they
evidently it
didn't
wasn't.
offload everything at first. It was
No,
they
yeah,
sold a lot of it, but still retained enough to say we're still brewing whatever
still
we
make it. They
need
still
to do.
brew it.
Right,
They
but
still make some of it.
But didn't they
just for their
still
tap rooms.
retain a percentage of ownership for a while after
For a long
that?
time.
And then
they
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
finally let go of their last piece of ownership with this last fundraising
Gotcha.
round.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever said out loud that was stupid. I just
There were people that
I thought-
did to me. I wasn't saying you specifically, but
Stupid for them to sell it.
I thought it was just strange. Just this sounds weird.
Well, but at the same time, I mean, with
But,
everything
okay.
that happened with Vive, it could be, a Bret situation. If someone comes in and says, "Here's $30
That's
million
where-
for
that's where I
whatever,"
think they're
you know
probably-
what? Right.
I think in
That's
terms,
tough.
and
Yeah.
this is
This
me
will
making
save
an
Braxton.
this is me making an assumption.
Sure, right. That's all that I'm.
But
Yeah.
I'm assuming that in their heads they thought if we had been able to go bigger with Vive, faster with Vive, we could have done more with it.
Yes.
It was our inability, which is the story from a lot of early craft breweries. We didn't have enough money to go as big as we needed to go to survive.
Yep.
I think that's what they learned from it. And they're like, you know what? If we can't do this all the way, it's
Yeah.
not going to work.
And the economics of trying to compete on a light lager scale with big beer, I still don't understand.
It's all marketing budget.
I still don't understand how you're just turning dollars.
I think a good comparison is the most expensive video game in the entire world to make was Monopoly Mobile. It's because they spent $1 billion on marketing.
Jesus.
$1 billion with a B just on marketing. The game itself probably cost $2 million to make, but $1 billion on marketing and it paid back. And that's the light lager market. Is how big is your marketing budget? Because that's all you need to find success. Because the liquid doesn't matter. The branding does.
Yeah.
But that's it. How much money
Garage
can you
definitely
throw?
proves that. I mean, we have done all those like shorts where we taste different beers.
Which
Garage
one
is
sucks
one of the
less?
worst beers we have ever paired against anything.
It was
I mean,
not
it
good.
is,
But
it
it's-
is awful. It
It's
is
also
barely
a shadow of what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tastes nothing like. It started out as like a drinkable beer, but it's water. It's awful. It's disgusting.
It gives me a lot of on a different kind of level. It gives me a lot of respect for what Ryan Guys did with Cincy Light. The fact that they aren't. I mean, I guess it's not fair to call them not a big brewery because they are a big brewery, but they're in the grand scheme of light beer makers. They're nothing. And
They're a large craft brewery.
The fact that they were able to grow that brand into what it's become is impressive and gives me a lot of respect for their ability to do that.
It's solid. It's a solid light beer.
What are you guys going to pair Muskie to for what sucks less? Cincy Light or Muskie?
I haven't tried that yet. Who makes it?
Burger or
Sinbev.
Sinbev.
Sinbad.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's probably pretty good then.
Yeah.
I think Sidbev's making good stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I think they have it over at Higher Gravity.
think-
Let's just walk over there.
I think you should.
Oh, they
put
definitely have it over there. Nick's a huge
Nick's-
Xavier fan.
I think you should.
was
put
drinking
it
it
up
on
against
Tuesday.
the Red Hawks beer, the Uptown Light,
Yeah.
also Sinbev.
Sinbev, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's under the
Put
red.
those
yeah,
quarter of the
it's
market.
each other. Yeah. Let Xavier battle Miami University. Not officially Miami University. Think we probably should say that legally because you might get yourself in trouble.
That's true.
Is it you're not getting in trouble? I'm getting in trouble. Yay!
I don't. Well,
It's
no.
a joke because
Be-
it definitely says it on the can, Miami University, but it's not. officially
Well,
endorsed
no,
by
I was
Miami
going to say it's a
University.
joke because you always get in trouble for things that are said on other people's podcasts.
I've never
No,
really gotten in
he-
trouble for
He
anything.
gets in trouble for stuff that other people than him say on his own podcast.
Hey,
I
haven't got Garrett
I
in
get
trouble
calls when I'm
yet,
trying to
so
get
it's
dinner
okay.
with my family from angry brewery owners.
One day I had Garrett on and said, so how many Skittles did he put in? He said, oh, we should probably use Skittles as the name of the rainbow candy.
Oh yeah.
Are you ready for me
Yep.
to go back in your bag yet?
Sure. If
Oh,
you need
jeez.
you need something else out of my sack.
It can't be as bad as Sprinkle, can
Oh,
it?
it's all downhill.
Do you ever consider us getting in trouble, Brett?
No, not once have I ever considered
I've
that.
I
never
think
gotten-
mostly the not giving a fuck part is what keeps us.
I've
Dude,
never
this
gotten
dude
an
is
People
actual-
get angry.
actual
And,
trouble.
What is-
yeah.
oh.
Oh, this is a clapback. Clapback Blue Rizzler.
That looks classic.
The Rizzler.
Oh.
Clapback? Is that the name of the
Mike
brand?
is so
Is Clap
excited.
Back?
That's the
the
brand.
brand,
I know
yeah.
nothing else.
Clap Back.
Mike loves the clap.
Do we have to shake this before we drink it?
I don't know.
Clap. Okay.
Is it
Sounds
wine?
like I need
It is.
penicillin.
It's a red wine beverage,
Something stronger than that.
which means you can sell it in different places than actual booze.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
All right. I don't know.
Oh, so
anything about it.
this is the Buzz Balls street version.
Yes. Yes. I was going to use a different glass, but you know what? I don't think it matters.
Not for Clap Back.
Yeah.
I threw mine out because. Are you Mike? You need to make sure.
they didn't put
Oh, that color is wonderful.
That's
At
definitely
least
found in nature.
blue.
It's like the buzz balls for
Oh, that was
vagrants
my
that
cup.
judge the people
Looks like-
that drink this.
I just
Oh,
don't.
man.
I
It's
just,
like
I-
electric blue
That's not-
Hey, you were
carousel.
talking
I-
about blue Gatorade. There you go.
There's like a
I-
slight greenish tinge to it
good
too.
God.
I just don't understand the people that are buying these, and people clearly are. I just don't get it. Like and like at least
Got
this you
Riz
can,
all over my hands. God.
you can
That's
at
the
least,
second time you've said that today.
you
Yeah,
can
but
at
no
least
one heard the
hold
first,
these
okay?
and drink them like a normal beverage. Like Buzz Balls, you can't even find a way to hold them right. To what Marco can't read the
He's just making
going
sure.
on here?
I guarantee that they
It's got
don't
a
put enough
flashlight
money
out.
into this that there's lactose in this shit.
Does
I
there is
guarantee.
no
have ingredients
there is
on
no lactose in here.
There-
There is
there's
nothing
not.
in here.
No ingredients on the
What is
label.
this color?
That's
It's-
because it's Windex and liquor.
So instead of like blue number 3, they use Windex number 7. It does smell like a blue raspberry snow cone.
It does.
It doesn't smell bad. I mean, again, it smells like pure sugar, so Mike's gonna hate it right off the bat. But
Oh, Mike's going to surprise us all and love this one.
No, I'm not.
I took a heartier pour than any of you guys did. What's
Yeah.
wrong with me?
It smells like
Oh,
rizzed
my
up
God.
communion wine.
Fuck off.
that's that. Yes. So Mike and Brett, as of right now, between Sprink Ale and Clapback Riz all over the table,
Blue Rizzler.
which one
All right. Blue
sucks
Rizzler.
less?
Oh, it would be that donut bullshit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No
this, like-
hesitation. All right. It's
This
I'm about to get rizzed.
look, I'm going to say you could make a blue Rizzler flavored something
you need ice.
and make it
This
actually
needs to be
and
a
make it
little
no, you can
wa-
make it taste good. Like it just tastes like sugar and a little bit of blue Riz.
You know what I kind of want
This
to do?
just
with
tastes terrible. Like it's like they didn't even try.
Like Gator wine. Have you had Gator wine?
I have had Gator wine.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
What if you soda streamed this and then poured it over ice?
I don't think it improves it.
No?
Like
Okay. I feel like watered
don't think the
down.
bubbles would-
there
it just tastes
might
like
be-
garbage.
This is
It's just I don't understand because it's not hard to make it at least taste like candy, and they didn't even do that.
Yeah, there.
That's why.
Very
I don't-
Like,
distinct notes of garbage.
why I
With
don't
as much
understand.
sugar as I know is in there, it's like they didn't use enough to make it taste good.
is it a
from
dry
front to back.
dumpster smell, Mike, or is it a wet dumpster juice sort of?
It reminds me of those Warhead beers that you had to try them,
Oh.
but when you got them, it's
Shoot,
like
who made
could
those? I remember
I could
that.
only do. Luckily, they were only one a can, so I didn't
Yeah.
have to.
See, I stay away from the
doesn't
sour
even
stuff. I
make
do
it-
the hot stuff. I
It
do.
doesn't make it to the dumpster, Marco. It's,
No.
it's more like just.
It's dripping out of the garbage bag on the way to the dumpster, but
It's
doesn't
like
actually.
the saccharin, that little square box of saccharin containers at the Denny's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not that I've ever been to a Denny's, but I get it.
What?
Mixed
You
with
never been to
Windex.
Denny's?
You've never been to Denny's?
No.
Seriously?
No, I don't.
Oh.
What?
No.
Get in the truck. Is there still
mean-
one in Dayton, Blake?
I think so.
Well, there we
That's
go.
the only Denny's that I know about. Is that one
right.
that was in Dayton?
For the OCBA, we'll go.
Moons over my
There we go. There we go.
Seriously? Like, oh,
I,
game changer.
I think I have a challenge for Brett. Try to remake this in your
No.
brewery. And
oh
try
my
to see
God! Please don't.
But make it better.
I
There
think
you go.
I think if you just
it would
take
turn out well.
I think
I mean-
that's a great use of your tank space.
Hey, all you have to do is put THC in this. And
Claiming that
Hey,
No, I
okay,
think
okay,
he
wait a
didn't
sec.
contract
wait a
make
sec.
this.
I think that if you just go and take a garbage bag out of the brewery here at Urban Artifact, whatever is left in the bottom of that would leak out the bottom and
fruit
taste like
juices
this.
and mash.
The fruit trash juice.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. This tastes like fruit trash juice.
How alcoholic is your garbage with everything sitting out there and like just especially in the summer?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You guys
I
are getting
mean-
Boozy
raccoons
garbage.
super drunk, right?
Exactly.
That's what
Have you ever
Clapback
had a
should
spluted
rebrand as.
raccoon?
Splooted?
Spluted. They sploot.
Oh,
They-
yeah.
with, like, they
So
are-
it
they
just
sploots all
yeah,
over.
they sploot.
Like
Is
that.
that
Give
the
it
one,
to
the
Riz.
picture, the one that broke into the liquor
Yes.
store, got all hammered?
Yep. I call that
looking dead?
spluting when like
Yeah.
a dog does that or whatever. When
No,
they just
we
kind
just
of.
got possums. It's the possums that really love our
Drunken
stuff.
Are their
Possums
snouts
can be
getting
pretty-
shorter though?
That's
and cuter?
true. That's true.
Yeah. Are the possums getting
Are the
cuter?
possums getting
Because-
cuter?
We should
That's
measure the
really- like,
possum
possums
snouts.
are
Haven't
really-
gotten drunk enough yet to know to get cuter.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Possums
Yeah.
are like a lot more beneficial of an animal than
raccoons. I agree.
They
Probably
eat,
more beneficial of an
They
animal
eat
than
ticks.
you and I are.
Probably, ultimately
Beat a
for
shit ton of
society.
That's
ticks.
definitely true.
But
Their
like
body
people,
temperature's too
but
low
what
for
you
them
and
to
I have
carry
going for
rabies.
us, Brett, is the physical attractiveness.
I
Also,
think
my
Yeah.
marsupial pouch.
I think
Yes, that as well.
I think ticks are more beneficial than any of these people at the table here.
Probably not
And I
wrong.
don't know what beneficial thing ticks do. Have you heard about these ticks that are making people allergic to beef?
Yeah,
the
yeah,
red
yeah.
meat. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like there's this new disease in ticks, and like this dude ate a hamburger and didn't know that he was now all of a sudden allergic to meat, and he died. He just dropped dead from some fucking tick. It is my nightmare. Go and eat a hamburger and then just die because some tick bit you. Oh,
At least
See,
you
that's why
went
you-
out the way you wanted
I was
to.
gonna say, yeah.
Don't go outside. Stay
No,
in your tap room.
I
and
drink-
you'll be
I
okay.
drink
2020 all over
Blue
again.
Rizzler
Yeah.
to make my blood not taste good.
Especially if it's like a shitty burger, right?
How? Wait, is that 18%?
Yeah,
I thought that said 10. That's 18.
18. Yeah,
Oh,
Holy
you
crap.
dick!
that's the Riz.
That's
the Riz you take.
So that explains the feeling. Never mind. Never mind.
Interesting.
This is why I keep them in a bucket next to me.
Do we have a crafty beer that I could wash this Riz down?
No, no.
I actually
We have-
didn't bring anything good.
Yes, Blake
Absolutely
is
not.
saving
To the rescue.
day
This is all light, easy
with
drinking.
the lager party
Marco,
pack.
hey Marco, have one of these Nosferatus. Okay. I'm not going to tell you this year. I think is great, but okay.
What did you? What,
It's been a
wow.
while since I've had it. It tastes very malty, just very.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like I
it
feel like
doesn't
it's-
have the. I remember that beer as actually when I taught beer class. One of the first classes I would say, you can't. Servers often that don't know anything about beer, you ask them, what does this beer taste like? And they'll say, oh, it's very malty and hoppy, which means I have no idea what
Which
I'm talking
means
about.
right.
And it's one or the other, right?
Listing the
cold and
ingredients
wet.
does not explain the taste that you're getting out of this.
This beer was like the one exception where it was really malty and hoppy. Like it did this
read
beautiful
that more.
job of being very malty, but it was high hopped.
It was like
Yeah,
a
it
well-balanced,
just had this-
arrogant bastard. It was
Oh
nice.
yeah, it's brilliant beer. And yeah, this just tastes like a bunch of malt and bad
You know,
choices.
flavors, palates change year to year, batches change year to year. I feel like Great Lakes does the up and down thing year to year. Whether it's personal perception changing or not, but yeah, whatever. It's a down year. It'll be
I
back.
think objectively it has good years and bad.
Yeah.
Never say it's a great brewery.
Oh, for sure.
One thing I'm liking about the beer trends right now is like the West Coast IPAs, black IPAs, and different like old styles in pale ales have resurfaced. Is that a good sign of trend? Hey, we're going backwards now, but the beers are better now than probably back.
Whoa, hey.
Whoa,
My hands
wait.
are going wild.
Easy.
Someone cut this guy off. No.
It's been
It's been rizzed.
but
I do think that's true for a period of time. The beer.
What, Blake and Riz?
During the when the Black Plague was happening was probably terrible, but beer over the past 20 years, you can make solid beer. The malts are pretty dialed in. The advancement in yeast has been accelerated. The proliferation of information through all the different channels that brewers learn about has increase. So
You can get on
we were making
YouTube
great
and
beer.
Adam will teach you how to make beer now.
Adam,
Yeah,
Adam
yeah.
will teach you how to make beer.
Immediately.
What does that have to do with the Black Plague? I'm not putting this together.
Well,
the Black Plague happened, and now we got great
And now
beer.
we're great
my-
beer. Well, yeah.
well, my point was
All
that
the
they were
pe- all
probably
the people
making.
that liked the New Englands and the hazy IPAs died during
Yeah.
the Black Plague, and so now there are only good beer drinkers left.
I don't think
That's
during the
where he
Black
was-
Plague
that's-
anybody was making hazy IPAs.
No. Well,
Were you
I
there?
think more to the
Do
point
you
is
know?
Yes, milkshake Gruits.
the way the sanitization process is far better now than it was then. Apparently,
Sure.
And just the amount and the refinement in the hops and the malting of the grains is far better now than it was at any point in history.
It
is
was
my
just a
point.
good marker of time.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, I'm just thinking you could boil anything to make it clean,
That's
right?
not hazy.
Yeah.
It's fecal matter.
Make
That
beer
doesn't
out of
mean
it.
that doesn't mean it tastes great.
There's
No.
not a liquid
I-
that exists that you couldn't
tastes
just boil and
safer.
make beer out of, right?
Probably
Many shows have proven that you can take liquid and make it safe. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, whether I want to drink it from that original, I don't want to drink pond water. but
Our
you
bong
can
water
make-
pilsner is
Or
delicious.
Flat back Blue Riz.
Do you
yeah.
think
I'll drink
Right.
anything. I'm just going to say
Here's
it right
a
now.
brewing-
I'll
Make
try
sure-
anything
I'll try
once.
anything.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, Carolina
That
Reaper Malort. I'll
that stupid
do that
donut
again.
beer made me wonder. Could you just use it in lieu of malt, like a bunch of old
Beer?
donuts?
Oh,
a bunch of
donuts?
old donuts.
Oh.
Sure, yeah, why not? It's sugars.
The question
Yeah.
is, how many donuts would it
grains.
take?
Yeah.
There's no way.
Donuts.
So Brett had
Just,
Hannah do that math
you hit
next.
the
Brett just
dumpster
started
and
doing
toss
math
it
in his
out.
head, and I saw him.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you want to make like 1,000 gallons, give me like 1,500 pounds of donuts. We'll do something.
Outside of the glaze on the donuts, does the donut itself
the Riz?
have the Riz? Does the donut itself and its
Yes.
cakey bready structure you like that?
Yeah.
The hand motion there, cakey bready structure, have enough punch with the right amount of yeast pitch to make a fermented beverage.
That's the original.
Probably.
You could ferment it, but would it taste like anything?
That's the
It
original
would taste
beer.
like something, but would it taste
Bread,
decent?
right?
Yeah, right. What's the difference
Yeah.
between a donut and bread? It's it's whatever. It's
It's
just
the
fried
sugar.
bread.
More sugar.
Yeah, yeah.
So if anything, yeah.
To kind of go back to Blake's question, I hope that the kind of resurgence of clear IPAs, not just West Coast, but clearer IPAs, pale ales,
Like clear Pepsi.
that
Clear IPA, like clear Pepsi.
they're one and the same. One and the same.
No.
Now, I got a question for
Yes,
you.
yes.
Is it beer if I take all the constituent parts of beer and mix it into a liquid? Would that make it beer? If I took
Ooh.
ethanol, if I took the
See,
because you can buy.
See, now you're doing the how many hairs make a beard kind of thing. So
Yeah.
where technically you're not wrong,
Yeah.
you're just an asshole. That's,
How did we jump to that point?
Wow.
I can buy all
No,
the
but
parts to
you're-
make beer,
it's-
and I can mix it together without ever having to mash or ferment or do anything, and I can make a beer.
I think fermentation is the important part.
It has to be fermented.
that's what I
it's
would
a fermented
think.
beverage made with malted
But
grains.
but you could argue with me
And hops.
that
That's
it's
the beer.
just the ingredients and stuff, and
And
I
FMB.
couldn't argue with it.
Has to be fermented.
What if it's fermented? Well, someone had to ferment something to make the ethanol, but I'm just buying the ethanol. Is
So
it still
it's
a beer then?
pre-fermented.
No. the beverage
that's-
wasn't fermented.
That's an
But
RTD.
the ethanol is fermented.
So the final mix has
But the
to
beverage,
be.
yeah, no,
but
you
that's-
have
But
to
what if it's
ferment
made
the
with
beverage.
grains and hops and water and
and booze? That's not a fermented beverage.
Yeah, if you take
What if it tastes
fully-
like beer, though?
If you take fully
It's just an
fermented
RTD
I'm
at that
fine with
point.
it, but it's not
booze,
beer.
then that's an RTD. That's
But
not a
Blake,
beer.
I hope it's not a trend, and it's just people going back to making good beers and good beer styles and saying,
Trying to
"This
think
is
of a
what we
better
want to
example.
do."
is whiskey soda beer?
Whiskey? No,
it's just-
no. It's the same thing.
Is that
it's
a
not
cocktail?
pieces.
I hope in 2026 Urban Artifact brings back the Halloween pack.
Me too.
Ooh,
Me too.
yeah,
That would be cool.
yeah.
Can we write a letter?
Yeah,
It's
there
on
a
our
su-
calendar.
Is there a
It's
suggestion
on, our,
box?
it's on our product calendar.
Yeah,
we do
it's-
have a suggestion box.
It's been on the
know-
calendar for every year. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
that's true. That's also true.
I just-
You
We
know,
do
you
Don't
have
always
you
do
do
that.
have suggestion box?
you know
do we
what
have?
we
We do
should also
downstairs.
write a
It's brand
letter
new.
to them about
Oh,
is
like this
making a
week?
12 beers
Gonna
of
fill that
Advent
thing
or
up.
a 12 thing of there needs to be an Urban Artifact Advent thing, just 12. beer, seltzers, something.
The only, I'm going to say this, and I know that there are a couple breweries that are going to get mad at me for this. The only brewery in the city of Cincinnati that could do an advent calendar justice would be Urban Artifact. Only one.
I would agree with that.
Putting it out there.
Because there is a local brewery that does one, but it's all just
couple.
existing stuff, you know? Yeah.
It's the wrong way to do it.
Exactly. That's something that you can't just get off the shelf any day that you walk into wherever you're walking into.
And then every day we can battle Higher Gravity versus Urban Artifacts.
Yes.
Who did today better?
Imagine the parodies.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
I also
That'd be
missed Missing Link this year too. It was sad not going.
I missed it too. It's funny you should mention that, Blake.
You know what?
It's coming back. It's coming back.
It was
Here, I was
just
looking
the
around and-
It's too hard to do a fucking festival. I hate it.
It's hard.
work.
What's the hardest thing on festival? I mean, I'm not saying festivals are. Is it harder now that they're a festival now than it was earlier?
I mean, you have two people
Oh,
that you
the
can ask this
pre-COVID
question
thing
to,
doesn't.
so-
I mean, it means nothing to me. But the success, maybe, sure, might be more difficult. But I don't know. It's just hard as shit to. It's like herding cats every day for like 9 months.
You're relying on other people to keep up with whatever schedule you need to keep up with and to hold up to their end of the deal, whatever that might be. That sounds awful.
I can tell you my side of helping to throw a festival is that every single year that I did it, there was more and more things that fell onto my shoulders to make happen. And then at the end of the day, I would make like $600.
Yeah.
And it was like I would be putting in hundreds of hours to make this thing happen. And eventually I started looking at it and I'm like, all right, what am I giving up to have a bunch of people hang out with me in a warehouse? It's not
have a
worth
party.
it. It's not worth it. Like I can just have people over my house and we can hang out in my basement and drink beer and clapbacks. and it's more fun.
I mean,
So how does something, and maybe these are one and the same, something like what you try to do with beer, booze, bunks, boinks, binks, biscuits, bobcats, and boobs.
I wasn't going to
where
call
it's
them
kind
out
of-
specifically, but that's
oh,
fine.
well, yeah, my bad. Just bleep that part out, Blake.
No,
I'm
don't
sure
bleep
it's
it.
fine.
Let it ride.
Something like that to where you are trying to have specific breweries or varied breweries curate or like make something different or even just bring something that they don't always have on tap. Is
You can't
that,
make people do that.
but like with Missing Link Fest, you're asking people, you're saying you kind of can't be here unless you do that with this specific yeast.
Correct.
How?
Well, we don't ask for
do
anything.
you feel like I'd be kind of curious if that I don't want to say pushback from other places, but I don't even want to say hesitancy from other breweries.
The
But
two
it kind of
festivals are very different too. Like
Yeah,
the festival
yeah.
that I was a part of couldn't exist if I didn't have X amount of beers on tap and I didn't have them all ready to go by this day. It didn't happen.
That's fair.
And we don't give a fuck if any other brewery shows
Yeah,
up.
like,
That's
Same
true.
thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's
we're in
true.
that
Festival can
position where it
still-
doesn't matter.
That's
I'll make
true.
5 Missing Link beers if we have to, and we'll still do it. And we also try to because we don't also need them there. It's nice to have people here, so then we can offer them benefits of like, I'll pay for your beer. You don't have to be here. You don't have to do anything. You don't have
Just
to show
send us
up.
your keg
There's
and we'll-
literally nothing I need you to do besides just make a beer with this yeast. Do whatever you want. And then the one guy who comes around out of town, Andrew, we put him up in a hotel and we do the party ahead of time and stuff. So it's just not the same. It's just
That's fair.
you ran a more traditional style. And on that note, I do have to leave, or I'm going to be in deep shit if I'm not home in time for the kids' bedtime. So I'm going to tell the bartenders, whatever you guys want, it'll be on my tab tonight. So
thank
whatever.
you.
When you close this
Hell
down,
yeah.
close that down. And I'll see you guys soon.
Yeah,
Thank you, Blake.
absolutely.
It's been a
Yep,
pleasure.
yep.
I'm sorry to have to leave early.
Very
All
good.
good. Good seeing you, man.
Do you guys want this NA Brewdog stuff?
Fuck
It's really
no.
tasty.
No.
Drink that shit.
Hey, I'll walk it back. I'll walk it back over across the.
How'd you like that winter lager?
That stuff makes
Did
me
you
want
try
to
that
treat
one
my
yet?
employees
From the
like
Sam
shit.
Adams
And
pack?
unfortunately, all of my employees are me. So
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking to your kids.
No. Oh, yeah. I did tell both of my kids that they have important roles in the company. My daughter is the shipping manager. Anytime the catalog comes in for the shipping manager, she gets that. And then my son is the director of fun right now because he can't do anything that isn't
Director
just
of fun.
Director
Okay.
of fun, yeah.
The doff.
Because I laughed the other day on your guys' podcast when you were mentioning how Sunday you might have a parent-teacher conference and you're gonna say, "So you're a beer person, huh?"
Yeah.
Yo, what does your dad do?
Have you had a
Drinks
teacher
beer.
yet that says, "Hey, I follow your work"? Yet?
No, not directly. I know that there are teachers that have followed me and people within the school that do follow what I do, but they've all been good enough to keep it separate so far. So far.
I don't know. I feel like the gnome that shows up to parent-teacher conference night is not necessarily the same gnome that sits around the
No,
table.
it's very different. Yeah, I take the wig off and everything, let the bald head shine.
You're bald?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I'm like Mike.
Oh, all right.
That's what I
Mike's
look like.
bald.
I keep complimenting his hair, and I just...
So I want to go back to like beer festivals in general, and just not like a Bach or Oktoberfest. How have you think the beer culture in Cincinnati has helped it grow, or has it? Where do you see your beer festivals right now?
Without the beer culture of Cincinnati, those festivals would not be successful in the way that they are. Cincinnatians want to drink.
What are you talking about? I mean, I can tell you the growing Bachfest was a bitch.
But was that on the part of the drinkers or of the breweries and the other places that you were trying to pull into making the festival happen?
It was every motherfucking inch of it.
Everything? Okay.
It was getting bars to understand that they could make money. That one with the breweries was complicated for reasons we won't get into, but breweries started to want to be involved with it, and there was some issue with that, but to get the neighborhood to care and to get the bars to open and to get the buy-in, every ounce of it was a problem. But that was also still the highest crime neighborhood in the city at that point. And, you know, one of my memories of Bachfest is I was delivering glasses and T-shirts or something. But I was parked on Main Street, which was an easy thing to do back then, much easier than it is today. I was parked on Main Street, and I was walking to the Courtyard Cafe, which doesn't exist. And this SUV comes screeching down Main Street, and it comes to a halt, like movie style, you know, blocking both lanes of Main Street. And this dude jumps out of it, and this other car up ahead had stopped, and they just start shooting at each other. Middle of Main Street, middle afternoon. I'm trying to deliver glassware, and I got to jump in a doorway so I don't get hit with bullets. And you know, that was the early days of Bachfest, and so all of it was hard. And then with Missing Link, I think that we're going to do something really good there. But first Missing Link was supposed to happen in June 2020. And up to like May 2020, I'm having these conversations with Bret and other people. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, some of these people are saying this COVID thing, it's just going to pass. And
2 weeks, man.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
So that's not how that turned out. And then last year, you know, we were doing really well with Missing Link, and then Humble Monk got screwed out of their space. So there's a lot of variables, but I don't know. I'm sorry, I got lost. But I think that if you talk about why Cincinnati has these beer festivals, do they do well because Cincinnati appreciates beer? I respectfully would completely reject that. I think Oktoberfest is a goddamn abomination. I think all those things they do where people get shit-faced with a pretzel around their fucking neck and roam around puking on the fucking sidewalks and whatnot. I don't go to any of that shit. I hate all of it. I want a beer festival to be about the beer and the respect for the beer, but also as an extension of that, a respect for the community. So Bachfest was about beer, although I always and I still hate Bach beer. Missing Link is about a lot of, I think, really good creative beers. You know, not all of them. Everybody's doing something with the yeast. Sometimes it knocks it out of the park, sometimes not so much. But it's always creative and it's very fun.
It's always craft.
It's always craft.
Yeah.
I mean, it is always craft brewers doing craft. And that's the point of it, is to really kind of take it back to those festivals like Papazian did with Great American Beer Fest in the very early days. And it's hopefully eventually about like expanding it into the neighborhood. But it's to your point,
But don't the
Gnome. I mean, it's a
drinkers-
massive, none of them, it's a massive amount of work. And you can't look at it and say, well, this paid off.
It's to piggyback on that. Like, I think that in the same way that I think that there's a lot of room for different types of craft breweries in the city right now, I think there's a lot of room for different types of festivals. Like, I love Missing Link. I still love Bachfest and what it is today. I will push back on Oktoberfest. I think the last 2 years of Oktoberfest have been the best that I've ever been to in my entire life.
They kind of I don't
it's
say
different.
decorporatized it, or the,
No,
at
it's, I
least
mean,
the
it's definitely
feeling
still
of it.
very corporate. Like, it's probably feels a little more corporate
Gotcha.
than it
Okay.
used to.
Were you spokesperson for Oktoberfest this year?
No, that's a good story.
Blake after
they got too busy. No.
Wasn't Mike?
Do what?
Wasn't Mike?
No. So I think that there's room for lots of different types of festivals. And I think that the way the craft beer and I'll expand upon that and call it the drinking community has grown and evolved, I think that there is room for lots of growth and evolution in different types of festivals. But you've gotta figure out who you are and own that. Like, you can't just try to replicate this thing that existed before. This idea of going and hanging out, no shade intentionally thrown, but this idea of going and hanging out in a convention center and walking around on concrete for 4 hours and getting as drunk as you can because
drinking
you
the
paid,
same beers that you can buy
because
day
you
in and
paid
day out.
4
$30.
ounces
Yes.
at a time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's done.
Drives
Like,
me
I don't
bonkers.
need to see another silent disco in the middle of a beer festival. I just don't need it. And I don't want it, and I don't think it does anything for craft beer or drinkers in general. And so I think you got to figure out a new way to kind of find your place within that.
And I feel like at this table, what we want or would expect from a beer festival is very different from the people that go to these.
Yeah, but our job is to guide those people.
Sure.
Like,
But at
that's
the-
what craft beer does.
But I feel like at the same time, you also have to understand the drinking culture of the communities you're in. Like, if Cincinnatians just did not drink Bach beer, period.
They don't.
would
Nobody
Bach-
drinks Bach beer.
Oktoberfest-
That's what's
but
so
again,
brilliant about
if we
Bachfest.
weren't
Everybody
such
hates
heavy-
Bach beer.
I love
and
it.
yet we
I
force them
love
to
it.
drink it for a week, and they love
No,
it.
but that's the thing. There is so much other beer in the city. If they don't want to drink Bach beer that weekend, they're not drinking Bach beer.
No, they
can
are.
Get,
They are. That's-
No,
that-
I disagree.
That's what's crazy.
I
There
disagree.
are so many people that you'll see at Bachfest, and they're drinking it, and they make that face. And
Because all
Make
they
it
hear
a
is,
thing.
"Oh,
You
we're
make
going
it-
to
you
we're
make
going
it a
to a
thing.
beer
You
fest." Sure,
make it a
sure.
thing.
Which is why the
There's
beer
a
community
lot of
matters.
work into
It's-
making
yeah.
it a thing. You will see that right now. I don't know who the rep is, and it may be more than one. It may be a marketing department. I highly suspect you've got 1-2 reps of Malort right now.
Oh yeah.
Like, seriously.
Oh, yeah.
A few years ago, the Jug House by me, it's a small little...
Love Jug.
Used to be a dive bar. It's now a faux dive bar, but one done well. Those guys were the largest Malort account outside of Chicago.
Yep.
And it's a tiny little bar. But, and every Christmas, I don't really celebrate or decorate
Didn't
much.
they
but
build their own Malort tap?
Yes, they have a Malort tap. They used to do, I don't know if they've done it this year or not, but they would do a manger scene with the baby Jesus in a Malort box.
That's amazing.
It's very reverent.
I love it.
But the point is that they were the only people that I knew that carried Malort 2 years ago. Now it is everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And people talk about it, and I think that that in a sense is going to kill it. It's going to be good for their business.
It died a long time ago.
But yeah, it is probably already dead. But the culture of it, like that sort of training people to the culture is similar.
Yeah.
I think.
So do people drink, again, going back to these specific festivals, the Missing Link, the Bachfest, the Schwarzbierfest, when that happens, do people only drink it because it is that trend of the month? Quite literally, like
sort
this
of.
is.
Yeah, sort of.
It's because it's
But don't
the
you-
thing.
so you
It's
don't
the
have
thing to
to-
do with this at this thing.
You do the thing with the thing at the
I've
thing.
never been to the Iowa State Fair, but I'm pretty sure it's the only place you're going to eat a deep fried Twinkie.
No,
You're
those
not
are-
going to
those
do
are
that.
Oh
so
no,
ridiculous.
they're everywhere.
They're
I get your
like
point,
Malort,
but yes,
they're
it's a little
everywhere
more.
now. Sure,
It's a
yeah,
little
yeah,
more
yeah.
prevalent than just in Iowa. But I get your point, and I think what a lot of places struggle with is what. Again, we talked about this a year ago. Activation. How do we get people activated to, in any way, care about these things?
Yeah.
And if you get a group of people that care about these things and you can activate it and you have a good, fun time, much like with Missing Link Fest a few years ago, and then it grew, became something, and then there was a handful of people that showed up that thought a festival was happening and did not know that it wasn't.
This last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's no knock on anyone, but those same people, plus everybody they talk to all year round, they're going to want to be activated towards that if it comes around again this coming year.
Well, you need to.
2026.
Yes. I mean, one of the things with that, Marco, we won't dive into that. Certainly not the internals of it, but it is a thing with a brewery, the same with a restaurant, the same with a festival, that it is hard to get somebody to show up and try you. It is 4 times as hard to get somebody to show back up once you've given them a bad experience.
Sure.
So a festival like a brewery, it has to. You can't. You can't flub it.
I think breweries and festivals that have a big brewery push behind them, like if you've got people that are fans of you, I think that this is what's different about a lot of craft breweries from a lot of other types of businesses, is that people become fans of the place and the people and the culture and the soul of what makes that what it is. It's different than like if you go to like a random restaurant in your hometown and it's like, man, that food sucked, I'm not going back there. It's different with breweries. Like we give them a lot more wiggle room because we love them. Like if I go into a place and have a bad experience once, I'm still going back. Now if I have a bad experience another time, maybe now that changes. Probably not. Like I'm still probably trying it again. I know that's not normal for everybody, but like I think that there is a huge chunk of people that because of something with craft breweries and what made us like latch onto them in the first place gives them a little more leeway than and I think that
I don't disagree
I think that
with
filters down to festivals too. Like you go to a festival one time and it's too muddy. It doesn't mean I'm not going back the next time.
I hope so,
Well,
because we definitely fucked up Missing Link last year, but I think it's going to
Wait.
be great this year.
I think it's going to, if it happens, I know it's going to
You
be
mean
great.
It's,
2026.
it's
And I-
happening.
and
It's
it-
going to be done properly.
This
And I
is
have a
airing
lot
in
of faith in it.
2026.
Oh, that's
It is 2026. Remember, we're
Shit,
time
I just
traveling.
time
so
traveled.
this
Sorry,
year,
Blake.
2026, it's going to.
I have a lot of faith in it.
It's gonna
you
be
have,
great.
You have Jim Cook out there with his perfect pint, cheersing and
Yeah.
leading the chicken dance at Oktoberfest, and you got Brett in his Sasquatch costume, running around everywhere, and then
Very
there's a
sweaty.
Sasquatch calling contest, of which it was so popular. Other festivals or other events copied that idea to a different degree. You know, they're calling, I don't know who, I'm calling, I don't know, B. Arthur calling contest or something. I don't know. But anyways,
We won't call anybody out.
my point is that she might answer. Who knows? My point is that it can still happen. And I'm looking forward to it because it was the start. It was the start, the beginning, and the continuation of something that has legs for real craft reasons. And so I'm excited about that.
But you have to get, I mean, the key to it is that you have to get people to buy into it, and you have to spend a lot of time and blood, sweat, and tears not getting paid to make something work.
Yeah.
And
But I already get not paid to do stuff, so, I mean, just hit me up.
Yeah. Yeah, I specialize in it, as it turns out. It's been...
I guess you and me both.
I'm good right now.
Story of my life.
But
Should we,
Yes.
Blake? Do you need to get back in my sack?
I was just in my sack.
I don't know why that surprised Julia.
I don't. Yeah.
I got one more thing in my sack.
Oh
right.
man.
And I got the D.
You good? Yeah? You brought it?
Yes.
And when Michael brings the D. Morgan here.
Get in there.
Indeed.
Oh, it feels like Mountain Dew. Oh no.
Why?
No, how do you collect this terrible liquor?
How do I get rid of it is the bigger question. I bring it to you guys.
That's
Oh, this is another clapback.
The clap.
Where'd my mango is what this one's called.
It's
Yeah, we're
my-
gonna need stronger drinks
where'd my
than
man
selling
go?
tonight.
Where'd my
I
mango?
just bring
Where'd
my
mango?
garbage over to Brett's
shot,
dumpster.
like actual
This
shots
didn't
of
happen
something.
when Mary was on the pod, Blake.
Maybe with Heidelberg it did. I don't know.
No,
I don't know, dude.
Is this distributed by Heidelberg?
This is an
I
inbred
don't know.
product. Oh my
Because if
god.
it was, they would argue that it's a great beverage.
The best. Oh my god, that
Oh, it's
color.
wonderful. And do you know that somebody won an award for selling the most over the past 30 days of said best beverage?
I did learn that. Look, I don't hate Budweiser products.
No.
I just
But
hate what they stand
but I would
for.
prefer to drink. Yeah, but I don't prefer to drink it when we have so much good stuff here in Cincinnati.
The tough part is anytime over the recent past that I've given them a chance, it's been a less pleasurable experience than craft.
Well, listen, Anheuser-Busch or AB InBev just bought Beatbox for like
From Shaq.
a ton of money.
A ton of money, yeah.
Most
Yeah,
of
because he
Beatbox
needs more money.
in
Yeah.
a step to buy the whole thing. And I'll say it, Beatbox isn't bad compared to this.
Okay. I have not had a beatbox, but
Beatbox is another like
I
wine.
do.
It's another wine-based,
I
like,
trust
weird
your
beverage like this. Like
The
it's
next
the same
beatbox
idea
I have
as
will be the
this.
first.
Yeah.
It just tastes better.
Hey, at
Although
least
I
he
haven't
hasn't
had
put
this one, maybe it's
Buzzball out of
great.
his sack yet.
Maybe this is.
What is everything you goes have to just be disgusting straight from the color of it?
That's the way it works. It's the bucket of
the
misery.
misery
yeah,
bucket.
Yeah. This one doesn't smell bad.
We were
It's-
pranking friends with Buzzballs for the prank.
Yeah.
And I don't
And
know
now all of a
who's
sudden
buying these
it's-
by volume. I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Dude, so many of them are disgusting. I mean, they're all disgusting.
Okay, this
except-
one's better.
It is.
It is better.
It doesn't have that weird aftertaste that the Riz had.
No, it has an aftertaste.
Well,
it's
but
just not as disgusting.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
lingering.
there's.
It has.
It lingers.
It tastes. It. This one tastes deliciously like cough syrup.
Takes all of the good things about cough
That
syrup.
orange cough syrup, the orange, what
Concentrates
was that, Trimenic or something like that? That
Like
you had
Dayquil. It tastes like Dayquil.
Yeah, there's something endearing
so
about
delicious.
it that you're going, you know what, this
Yeah.
isn't good, but I don't
Is
mind
this
consuming some
11%
of
too?
this.
Yeah.
18%.
18.
Actually.
We just
Yeah.
need a drink that tastes like Flintstone vitamins.
Oh my god,
This,
that
this
probably
has,
exists.
this
There's
has
probably
like
a
a
beer.
positive.
We need him to do
Yeah.
a Flintstones vitamin product.
I think this is brilliant. It has a positive. It has positive feelings to it because
Look at the color. It's
when I
Positive
taste
happy.
this, I think I have the flu, and this shit is going to make me feel slightly better.
Yeah.
I have the flu,
So,
but I can power through.
Yeah.
power through
I don't
the
love
flu
this.
with
I
clapback.
don't love it at all. There's
No.
nothing about it actually that I like.
Again, I don't like it. It's just it's
It's
better
terrible.
than
I
the
just
other
tried
one.
to share it.
That's what you,
And you're like,
Marco. I brought it. That's
No.
what I'm doing. Literally.
How do I get rid of this? But aren't you going to be refilling the bucket of misery though?
With other things, and they might be better.
Okay.
I have one that's like some kind of like American red, white, and blue something or other that's in there right now.
Bomb pop something or other.
Yeah, something like that.
Do you have anything
Oh, it wasn't
eggnog
the-
yet in there?
There's
Because
no
the
eggnog
season.
in there right now.
All right.
The calendar has me all messed up because I don't get to dive into the bucket of misery as
Gotcha.
much because I'm
Gotcha.
drinking my
Your
Advent
beer vent beers.
which today was
Ooh,
amazing.
today was yes.
I know that we're in the future right now, but if you go back to whatever today
So,
was,
well,
We're in the
right,
future,
so we're
but
in the future,
I don't,
so we can-
I don't see. This is not a spoiler. You can just go ahead and say it.
I need to make my post about it.
Yeah, but I don't-
Speaking of it,
I guess we can,
this isn't
yeah.
coming out until 2026.
So-
Beer vent's over.
rum barrel aged
Baller. The Schwartz beer.
Yeah, when
From
this
Northern
comes
Red.
out, we're like 2 weeks out from OCBA. So
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Oh my goodness.
I'm way in the future.
Goodness.
What are the lottery numbers? Somebody look them up and write them down so I can take them back.
Right.
It didn't really work good last time.
Yeah, last time it didn't happen. Yeah. And you know what? It's weird. I listened back to the episode where we gave the future lottery numbers, and I couldn't understand a single one
Yeah,
of them.
it was all messed up.
It's weird. Very weird.
The universe doesn't allow it.
No.
Blake, how often do you time travel?
a lot,
Me too.
absolutely a lot. There's no way I could do this podcast without it.
Usually after
That's fair.
drinking Blue Rizzler, then
God,
I just wake up
why?
and it's the
Do you have
future.
a cherry one too? I'm kidding.
No.
Or
There
watermelon?
might be a cherry one. I think this was all of my clapbacks.
Mike, I'm going to ask you a question. This might take a few moments of introspection, which I'm happy to fill the time for you. But do you have a favorite story that you and Bret covered from 2025 with Barstool Perspective?
Oh, that's a good question.
That is
I
a
like
great
that.
question.
So there's been a lot.
Last year, you guys did like the top stories of the year. Are you guys doing that this year?
Yeah, we may or may not.
So there's been a lot. I mean, obviously with craft beer, places closing or places being acquired, the wine tanking. There was
being viable, Tilray not being viable.
There's just been so much, I mean, a lot on THC, obviously. But is there one story
Drunk
that
raccoons.
brought you more joy than another? And it could be joy in the positive sense or joy in the, unfortunately negative sense for whatever story it was.
It was so much of it has been negative. Mm-hmm. It just sucked. And like the things that we cover every week, there's a bunch of stories about how shitty wine is. I mean, the industry, not wine itself.
Right.
And we almost never cover any of that unless like the numbers are really interesting.
Can I comment on that?
Yeah.
I find that fascinating because it's not just you guys; it's everybody. Like these press releases go out and stuff that like wine is in danger, wine wine, and nobody freaking cares.
Yeah.
Nobody
You're-
cares
yeah.
at all. Like if you hear like
Yeah.
bourbon's
Yeah.
in trouble, everybody's like, "Oh, have you heard bourbon's in trouble? We should
Right.
like figure out a way to help bourbon." Nobody cares about wine.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's like homeless guy in Newark in winter is cold. I mean, yeah.
Shocking.
All right. I'm not saying that's not a problem, but I'm just saying it's not news. So the ones that I'm trying to think of the ones that have been fun.
I mean, it's hard. That's 52
some of-
weeks of.
Yeah,
Some
it's
of-
hard
some of
without
the-
looking at a
all
list.
yeah.
We try to find the fun ones, and some of the crime ones have been fun. I think it was this year that we were going to do. We haven't done it yet, and it'll still make its way in. But we were going to do the best booze crimes.
Is that
And-
kind of like the Florida Man Challenge, or?
Well, it was inspired by the Louvre, and somebody did this article
yes.
of like the top 10 liquor crimes, but we disagreed with it, and there was a lot that was left out of it.
Number 1, the raccoon.
I was
The
going to say it's got to be the raccoon. I mean,
The raccoon is one of my.
Bigger
The
than
raccoon
That's
makes
bigger than the
spectacular.
tequila heist of Guy Fieri.
That. Ooh, yeah.
The
that's
raccoon
up
definitely
there.
makes my top 5 actually.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
That crime where the guy was, and shit, this may even be 2024, but that guy was a sommelier, and he was so good and he was so brilliant.
Oh yeah, he was making wines that weren't
Yes.
the vintage that he was saying they
He
weren't.
was
People were-
making- he was
yeah,
making
yeah.
new-
He was
wines
making
that
wine that was
tasted-
just as good.
Yeah, that tasted exactly
What I-
like this,
what I wanna know is-
1804 wine.
Right when he gets out of prison or whatever it is, like someone has to
There's a
hire
whole
him.
business there.
I'm like, what the fuck is the
Right.
problem?
Right.
I mean,
Well,
I don't
it's-
believe that ripping off the rich is a crime.
crime. No.
Especially not if you believe that this is an 1803 bottle of something and it
You
tastes
don't know. How
like an
the hell are you gonna
1803
know?
bottle of something. Who the fuck has been harmed? That is just capitalism, man. That's
Those of
just
us-
innovation.
Those of us from the gnarlygnome.com believe ripping off anybody is wrong and you should not do it. Disclaimer.
And from Blaze Craft Beer
Yeah.
Podcast agrees.
Barstool Perspective has a
All
much more.
commentary belongs to their respective
Rip 'em off!
speakers. I don't know. But right, I mean, but I do agree. Like that is kind of a victimless crime. Like no one is being physically harmed. Like if he was selling this stuff and it was poisoned, you know what I mean? Yes, that is. A
Which, by the way,
problem.
those stories were in this past
Correct.
calendar year, where
Correct.
there
There
were
were-
people that were
yes.
poisoned and died
Yes.
from.
Oh,
It's actually
from
getting
bootleg.
worse. Like it's,
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
Bootleg, yeah.
It's
but
been
that if you
progressively getting
are
worse.
such a master at this craft that people believe that this wine you made 2 days ago has been aged for 100 years, who is that hurting?
And they-
Nobody.
You know what I mean? Right. I mean, it's
I mean,
I don't-
that's a
it's kinda-
white collar, blue collar crime
right.
argument. That,
It's
like,
kind
you're
of
still
like the
hurting
people that
somebody.
hack into whatever corporate network systems. They do their either jail time or whatever it is. They end up getting hired by these companies because they know enough to know how to.
There's a former mob boss
Find
with a
out how to get
YouTube
around
channel
this.
that tells you how
Yeah.
he did all his crimes, and a second YouTube channel where he cooks Italian food. I mean, I'm like,
and then you had the lock picking lawyer who is just showing
Right.
how easy it is to pick all these, common locks up. And like, where
That's
is
different
where is
than
the
going around
crime
and
in
picking
that?
people's locks and like.
How about the-
Yes, actually.
How about the show How to Get Away with Murder?
Well, they haven't caught me yet, so good show.
That one usually demonstrates how hard it is. But I mean, here in Cincinnati, we have at least 2 different city council members at this point, former city council members, who are trying to make a living as a result of going to prison for corruption and now getting paid to talk about what they learned
How
from
they went
going
to prison for corruption.
Yeah.
this isn't
Yeah.
new, y'all. Governor Edwin Edwards of Louisiana went to jail and then had a reality show with
Look at
his
Jerry
young wife.
Springer.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't go to jail, but
It's how half of the United States was
yeah.
has grown.
I mean,
But those, back to your question, Marco, like those are the stories that we have really sought out and enjoyed the most, because a lot of the year, just so much of the year, so much of everything with tariffs, we predicted it, and it's become true. There's a lot of things that are intentionally being done to collapse the alcoholic beverage industry, and a lot of small businesses with it, and it sucks. It's not good, and consumer tastes are not inspiring. But we're trying harder and harder to kind of look for either the silver linings, or at least like where somebody brilliant rips off the rich, or a raccoon gets
So
drunk.
is that really where the sweet spot is for you and Brett, is trying to find the most one side or the other story to actually talk about when you get on, and like you're going to record tomorrow, you're going to go live. Is it the most fun story and the most outlandish story that ends up making it out of the 10 or 15 or whatever it is that you find in a week? Is that sort of the way that goes?
It's a combination of what we think is actually legitimate news and what we think is fun. So, like wine, there will be stories about wine doing shitty, or where this stock or that stock is, unless it's a meaningful change, unless we think it indicates something that we haven't already talked about a dozen times.
Yeah.
Then we do that. But we are also looking for you got to cut it up because the news is so. And like I hate the classic news formula, right? Like you always have to, there's this shit and this shit. A bunch of people died here,
Now,
whatever.
here's
There was a
something good
flood.
that doesn't actually
Here's
matter
a
to
fucking
anyone.
puppy
Here's a puppy
that helped
dog.
a veteran.
And then 2 other
Do
shitty
a
news
thing.
stories about
As
how
we go to
people
commercial
from-
break, look
Yeah.
at these puppies playing.
This learning disabled kid sang the national anthem at the whatever, and everybody, shut the fuck up.
I do like that you guys.
We're
tend
the
to
much more
end
cynical
on-
version
yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
With us, it's more like, this crime was funny.
Yeah. I like it.
But we do try to find palate cleansers of a sort.
That is different in contrast. So for Julie and I, every week when we talk about what happens on Barstool Perspective, those are some of the very few times where we talk about things that are not local. Things that are in the wine business or distilling, or but Guy Fieri's tequila gets abducted
Jack,
or whatever
yeah.
it is. Because when Gnome is talking on the Weekly Pint, a lot of it is local. There are national stories that tend to do with beer. So there's a contrast there. Those are some of the only times when Julie and I will talk about some of those sort of national topics. And every now and then there's one that's large enough or has legs or ties to Cincinnati where we end up maybe even recording something extra or special or a one-off on something like that. So I appreciate the global looking at of these alcohol news and THC news topics.
Well, but also similar to what we do, they give their local perspective on this is dumb because of these reasons, and a lot of those are Cincinnati based because that's the reason that you guys are the most familiar with. So there is definitely that tie back to
Sure.
it being
It's
somewhat
the
local
models
content.
and the examples
right,
that we know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But we started covering like international stuff, early on. And it was just stuff that we would get, things that showed up in feeds. But what's weird is that when you look at our numbers, we have a freakish number of people that actually view that show from foreign countries. So, we cover that. We cover that shit.
That's cool.
Like, I don't
That's
know who those
awesome.
people are. But
It's my VPN.
and they're probably
I'm actually-
drunk.
It's all of our VPNs.
they're probably drunk. They probably don't even speak English. It's like
But
something
that's
they need
another
to
weird thing.
to
You've
push
never
on
gotten like the
background.
weird random comments.
There's been a
although that
couple.
might have been
Yeah, there's
video on
been- no, there's
demand.
been a
but,
couple.
you know.
Russians.
Yeah.
There's been a couple random, but YouTube's good about that too, of filtering stuff out.
Like on my Spotify, on my areas, and one's Russia, and it says Moscow. So I always joke, it's
Yeah.
Putin listening to me.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
careful,
he
be
is.
careful
So
when you,
we've all got a
so-
couple
so
of
that
those.
is
That is definitely-
He might walk out of fretboard.
So that is
that's right.
definitely
Right.
Yeah.
so that is definitely bots.
Sure,
we get
sure.
that, but like Brett knows people in the UK, and there's so we have
So a good
we have
portion of that's
actual
legit traffic,
we have
yeah,
actual
yeah.
specific
Yeah.
people.
My second
in Europe
biggest,
that-
my second biggest country next to the United States is Germany, on the Weekly Pint, and I'm always like, oh, there's a bunch of just drunk Germans sitting around listening
Yeah.
to me on Monday. What is it? Probably afternoon.
Well, that's good to
there
know
for
because they're getting fewer and fewer apparently.
them. Yeah, well,
Right, Mike?
Yeah.
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 yeah,
Fewer drunk
Fewer Germans drinking. Yeah.
Fewer drunk
Yeah.
Germans.
I'm just happy
Just a Ute.
Morgan Freeman and Charles Barkley listens to me all the time.
Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely, they do.
This is Morgan Freeman.
Blake, what was your highlight of last year? I'm
Ooh,
curious.
yeah,
for
that's
you.
a good question.
Like with
From in
Just
a
in general,
craft beer
just like
perspective.
who you talk to, just yeah.
Probably seeing Julia at
Sam
Adams, yeah.
on Utopia's
I
Day.
guess- I guess the
I mean that was pretty excellent.
yes,
Yeah.
I mean the women's panel I did was absolutely amazing.
No, I wasn't on it. It was not.
no,
I'm,
I know.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
sorry.
I am kidding.
But with when I helped promote,
You're not woman enough.
No,
Fair.
don't worry. You're gonna be on hopefully the next one, because I hope to do that again with when I brought the help promote Pamela. I'm gonna butcher this. There's probably the 18% here, but the Pamela.
Oh, Pomona's
Pomona's Abundance.
Pamela's
Thank you.
Abundance.
Pamela
That was
Anderson's
such
Abundance.
a cool time experience.
for beer.
And, but also being able to take a tour of Great Lakes, then do a podcast with them was amazing. But also, recently, a couple months ago, I was able to go to Schlafly and sit down with someone there and do it there. Like the first brewery I ever stepped into was that place, and the fact that I could
That was a
actually
very cool episode.
the fact that I could just do it there was absolutely crazy. I still want to get Tom Schlafly. That's still a goal of mine, but sometime we're gonna try that. But
What?
Tom Schlafly.
Oh, okay.
I think that he would be such a cool talk to do, especially building a brewery in the backyard of Anheuser-Busch. Hey, I'm going to build this. And
Hey, just keep reaching out.
yeah.
You've done
They're
amazing
out-
things
they're-
with this shows.
Over it now, right? They're out of business.
No.
Schlafly, no.
No. I just saw them on the shows that they're back in Ohio now.
Back.
Really?
Yeah.
They kind of I feel like they kind of disappeared from Ohio distribution for a bit. So maybe
their
that
tap
was
room in downtown St. Louis. went over,
Okay.
Oh.
But the
Which
brewery
was a
itself
beautiful
is still-
tap room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
don't.
it was the original location.
Yeah, I don't. That's news to me then, because I didn't know that. I mean, I just saw their Christmas stuff, but
Brewing wise, yeah,
There's,
they're
there's
still
two people
there.
I'd love to be in. And nobody asked me this. I'm just going to say it anyway. There's two people I'd love to be in the room and have a conversation with
Marco,
separately or
before you
together.
can I ask you one question?
Yes.
If you could name two people that if you could have a conversation with,
Yeah.
who would they be?
One would be the gnome.
Well, there are two people that you've already had conversations with.
Ooh, I know
Jim
this
Cook
answer
and Sam
then.
Calagione.
Oh, okay.
Now, if I had to put a third, this third person is
It'd be
also
me.
in the introductory class in the, American Craft Beer Hall of Fame, Charlie Bamforth.
Yeah.
I'd love to have a conversation with him. The Pope of Foam.
I can tell you out of those conversations, my conversation with Sam Calagione was
Mike, have you spoken
way,
with Sam
way more
before?
fun.
We,
Jim Cook's
we have
great,
we
but-
have not talked to Calagione yet.
You should do that for season 4 of Brew Skies.
We should do that. If
3,
we could
4.
get our shit together and our if we could. We have
You have episodes in the tank. It's like
Yes.
just fucking release them.
yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Well,
Live isn't
We-
enough. I need you guys more.
because the last time I heard, you guys were like in the World War I or World War II.
They
That
went
was the-
through the 90s.
World War II.
How would you think my guess?
yes. we were-
Oh,
I'm not Rabinowitz, for Christ's sake.
But yeah, the interviews and the even the non-interviews, just the shows that you guys did for Brew Skies have all been amazing. I wish that season 1 during COVID was still accessible somewhere because
Oh, dude.
I know that
Yeah,
you
I'm responsible for
I know
having
that you
that fucking
guys-
killed.
I
It's like
Those
Tom
were-
Hanks getting that show where he dressed like a chick killed. Race from the Earth.
It wasn't Three's Company?
No, it was. God damn it.
Yeah, whatever.
Not roommate. Whatever. I know what you're talking about.
I did that with those episodes.
But those were some of the most, to me, some of the most current like operating instructional or informational
It's also not Brew
episodes.
Skies. Like what
Right.
Brew Skies is like with this
But
telling
they
you
can
story.
evolve.
Like it fits
Three's
into
Company. No, not Three's Company,
it
because
fits
I
into
was
a
with.
different show.
Oh my God, this is.
What
fucking-
what I wanted to do with those episodes, which I'd still like to do, is to use those episodes and then interview those people now, like years later, like during COVID, and then see what happened
Yeah.
and compare it like then to now. So I think that would still be a great thing. We just need,
Bosom buddies.
But you could also
time and money.
You could put those existing episodes up for Patreon subscribers.
That's
or something, So
true.
we could go back and listen to them.
Or
Yeah,
only
that's
that.
good.
You
Okay,
should do
all
that.
right, that's
because
fair.
one of the
That's
most
fair.
one of the episodes you guys
do that for
yeah
Patreon
because one of the
subscribers.
episodes of that first season that you guys did that
I'm gonna
I was
send a
kind of
motherfucking
aware of
text
it,
to
but
Dan
until
right
you
now.
guys said
There we
it,
go,
it didn't
Dan.
really click. Was the episode
We
you
should
guys
call
did
him.
about? We really should call him right now and be like,
fine.
that would be hilarious. The episode where I
All of
forget
Blake's
who you
listeners will be
talked
very
to,
confused.
but it was all about how during COVID, it's sure the government is saying people don't have to pay their rent, do whatever, but as like landlords and as owners, they still have to pay the
Yeah, it still
electric
keeps
bill. They
going.
still have to keep things running, and nothing is helping with that. And I went, oh shit, I never thought about it from that side of things. So as much as you guys tend to downplay some like that first season, there was some really fantastic stuff there. So
Especially
sign up
like
for the
the
Brew Skies
Smithsonian.
Patreon and hopefully we'll get those. Because they were great.
Yeah.
It's what hooked me,
But having like you talked about, like having that juxtaposition of here's what it was during COVID, here's where it is now. Mm-hmm. What is that story in between the two? Or
I feel like every
that's
podcast
the-
evolves in some way, whether it's a big way or just kind of like small evolutions and changes over time. Being able to listen to and see that progression it's fascinating.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah. Season 1 doesn't have to mimic season 2. It's all good content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I still feel like I'm learning as I go because I'm still
Sure,
very
I
young.
still
Should
am.
always.
Yeah, absolutely.
Should always.
Absolutely. If you're not learning something every day, no matter how small it is, you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
Like when a chord's going bad.
Gotta figure that out. Yeah. Been there, done that.
Or when the innuendo starts 20 seconds in and you go, I shouldn't have said that there are no rules for this show.
Nope. I learned that last year. I thought I had rules and it got broken
You're
really
like,
quick.
nope. This is bad.
No, this isn't. So, being in 2026, when we meet back here, hopefully next year,
Yeah.
where do you think we're going to be at?
First
in
of
beer
all,
world?
here's to that little bit of optimism.
Cheers. Yes.
The world will still be here.
We are like 3 tables wide here, so doing that cheers took a lot of stretching and reaching and all kinds of stuff. Because aside from Blake, none of us have really big like wingspans as far as arms go. But that was awesome.
That is true. We,
Yeah.
especially since Brett left. The
yeah,
rest of
he
us are
was
just
the
short.
only he and Blake are the only ones
Yeah.
that
I mean, the three of us would all be in the same in the same car at the amusement park.
Yeah.
We're all on the beast together.
exactly,
No,
exactly.
you would be behind us because we're shorter, so we'd be in front of you.
Well, and also I like to sit in the front cars because then you go down the hill slower because you have
Yeah.
to wait for the last car to drop.
Correct.
Yeah.
2026, here again.
Yes.
Well, if it's the same cadence, we're going to record in 2026. It's going to be released in 2027. So, but yeah, hopefully here in the
Reliquary.
reliquary space, talking about craft beer. Hopefully, we found or we can report exclusively that there has been a solution for craft beers in this hemp-derived THC sort of situation that they have. Hopefully, we can report that exclusively. That there's a good solution to where there's not just an enormous tanking of it, a giant emerging industry
yeah.
that small businesses are looking forward to helping themselves be continue to be viable in some way, shape, or form?
I'm going to say, and I don't say this in a negative way, I'm going to disagree with that.
That's fine. We need that.
I think when we get together in, we'll just say December of 2026, we will still be talking about the craft beer industry and how we still have not figured out how the hell to get back to what craft once was when the industry first started out. That innovation, that uniqueness that made craft.
That's an evergreen topic.
Right, exactly. I think we'll still be talking about that. I think the hemp-derived THC beverage industry is still going to be very much in flux. I think that there are going to be some new regulations. Maybe it'll be a 5 milligram cap. But there are still going to be so many questions at the end of 2026 about what is and is not legal, all of that stuff. That is still going to be very much in flux. That will not be a hammered out, solved, I don't want to say problem, but that is still going to be very much in debate at the end of 2026. And I think we're not going to hear as much about the wine industry or the spirit industry, specifically bourbon. I think those are going to be...
Because they won't exist.
Well, I don't think that they won't exist, but I think that there is going to be a lot less concern about them failing because they keep sliding downhill to where it's not a story anymore.
So are you saying that bourbon and wine are going to continue to slide, or are you saying that they're going to find a leveling out period?
No, I think they're going to continue to slide. I don't know if it's going to be as extreme as what we noticed this year, but if it's still at the same rate, it's not going to feel any different to us through 2026.
Okay.
So to me, it's not going to be as big of a story, as big of a talking point, because it's the same shit. That the only reason we keep talking about craft beer as much as we do, even though again it's the same shit as it was last year, is because of how passionate we are about it. And we don't have that same passion, that same with like wine and spirits potentially.
The problem is that you're on a 5-year, almost 6-year, at least 2 to 4% decline year over year. So if you take that year over year going back to 2020, that is a large decline. And do we level out? Does it stabilize? And once it stabilizes, then we can start to think about when it's going to start ticking back up again. But until it stabilizes, this is
I don't think it's going to stabilize.
Yeah, you got to start losing blood first.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be stabilizing in 2026, but I think that it's still going to be such negative stuff that it's just not going to register as negatively as the first 3 years of the 5-year decline, or however you might want to.
Yeah. I think we're also going to have some great stories about Bret in that Sasquatch costume.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
There's probably a couple great stories already.
Mike, when's the next book coming out?
I mean, there's definitely going to be debauchery. There are great stories, actually. There's one great story about Bret, that Sasquatch costume that I don't think has previously been permitted to be told.
But he's not here, so you know what?
So, there's pictures in our book. What really happened, like that year, Bret tried to pick up that there was a big wooden barrel over at the Humble Monk. Mm-hmm. And Bret was going to show his feats of strength.
His Sasquatch strength.
His Sasquatch strength.
I love this already.
By picking it up above his head. Well, he got it. I mean, it was really heavy.
He did pick it up. He picked it up.
So he picked it up. He got it like up to about here. And he's like, I need help. So
he needs a spotter. Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
I grab it and I try to help him. Shove the barrel up. But in the process,
Mike's arms only go to Bret's armpit, so it didn't really.
It just shoves him.
I need a stool.
It just shoves him over.
Oh,
right?
No.
And shoves him over. It mine knocked him unconscious.
Oh no!
There's blood. And it was bad. I mean,
so he was concussed that entire event.
And bleeding.
I mean, It shouldn't make him any less coherent than me.
Fair, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a near tragedy.
Oh,
there was
God.
he was completely unconscious for a bit, and I honest to God, I was afraid that I killed him. And I was like, oh my
What do I
fucking God!
do? Oh God, does this
Did
mean
I
I have to wear the
just kill
Sasquatch
Brett?
costume?
Damn it. A lawyer needs a lawyer.
And then as his
I
eyes
just killed Brett during this like in the Sasquatch contest.
as his
And
eyes
how do
gently
I?
flutter open.
How do I explain this to everyone?
How do I explain that to Stephanie? You know, I'm not going to be welcome at that funeral.
Listen, here's what happened.
And like for the rest of Missing Link Fest, oh, where's Brett? Oh, he's busy doing.
It's
some-
like Weekend
his
at Bernie's.
body's
Listen,
rolled
this
into
is not to excuse anything that happened or anything like that, or to give you some kind of a pass. But like, if you allow your husband to dress up like Sasquatch, you know shit's gonna go down. You know there's a chance he's gonna get knocked out or die.
See, I don't think she
know?
allowed it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did she know?
I think she was
Was it
opposed.
more of an
I think
asking
she
for
was opposed from
forgiveness
the
or
get.
I bet that costume smells bad still today.
Oh, he hasn't
It's-
cleaned that motherfucker since the beginning. Yeah, I'm not going to get within 20 feet of that costume.
And it's probably in some sealed like Rubbermaid container or something. So
I
you
think
open
he
it up
keeps
and
hanging
it's
in
just
his
gonna.
office.
Oh no!
That office has got to smell
At least
bad.
there's a little bit of air. Oh no.
Gnome, 2026. So
You skipped over me. I think
no, yes, please, Mike.
I think
let's
I
go.
think Brett's going to actually die at Missing Link 2026.
Let's go.
No.
I don't think that. But I think he might die in World War III. I think that if
If
we
he's
are
lucky.
here in December of 2026, if there's still an internet and there hasn't been a complete social collapse, I'm calling it a goddamn win.
Okay,
That's fair.
all right.
That's fair.
I have a hard time arguing against that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I like to be a little more positive than that. So I will. I think that in this time next year,
I actually think Blake should send out the invite like tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
yeah, just
So
in
it's
case.
on the calendar
I can do that. I
Look,
can do that.
before the internet crashes.
I think craft beer will look a lot different than it does today, but I think it will be stronger than it is today. I think that there will be breweries that figure themselves out better than they have for a very long time. I think there will be less breweries
Yeah. I would
at
agree
this
with
time
that.
next year than there are today. I think I'm trying to think about how all of this clapback buzzball stuff factors into it, and that's
Is it
where
a
I get this
trend?
wrench
Will it
thrown
slowly
into this.
fade and it'll become like another thing, like another Twisted Tea or Mike's
No,
Hard? You know what I mean? Like,
no.
will
I think
it-
it's even sadder. I think that like that's where a lot of these craft breweries are going to go. They're going to keep making weirder and crappier things to appease like whatever this is. Like that, and again, I've said this over and over. I don't understand why people are buying these. I know that I'm one of them, and maybe
These garbage drinks.
Yeah, like,
But,
and
but are you buying them because you want to consume them in volume, or because
It
of the
doesn't
non?
matter.
You know, sure,
It's just
you're still
whatever
contributing.
Whatever
Sure,
reason
sure.
I'm buying them might be the exact same reason that everybody else is
They're
buying
like
them.
11,
Maybe.
12%, though, right?
Yeah,
They're 18.
18.
No,
Okay, well, I think you
Spring
just answer
ale
your
was
own
11.
question.
Yeah, but you can buy a bottle of vodka and just dump some like
Make it
Right.
actually
Kool-Aid
taste
in it.
good.
It'll
yeah,
taste better.
Yeah.
I do agree that every time we buy one to prank a friend or think it's funny, you're just contributing to the
But is
ongoing
that why?
success.
Was that why all of them are selling? Is everybody's pranking each other?
I-
Like, is that
Can't
where
be,
we're at?
can't
No,
be.
It
no,
could
I
be.
don't,
Like
I don't think
YouTube
so.
could have done that to us. Like we could all just be
Nobody
pranking
ever
each
bought
other.
that much cement mixer shots.
I think they did.
Although
I
TikTok
think they
didn't,
did.
I was gonna
TikTok
say,
didn't
but TikTok
exist, so
wasn't
maybe,
right.
Yeah, I
maybe
think-
like the cement mixer would be the biggest drink in the country if TikTok had existed.
What would getting iced be like during the TikTok era?
Oh my god, it would be insane. I think that.
Our Four Locos.
Yeah,
Jeez.
on
The
that-
original ones, yeah.
On that note, I think that there is going to be a lot of shitty beverages around, like a lot more. I think we'll see a rise in crap. from breweries, from distilleries, from everybody. Just
You
trying
better
to.
have a bigger bag next year so we can try it.
I'll bring the full bucket next year. But I think from everybody, like on every level of business, they're all going to be cranking out a bunch of crap
So,
just to appease.
how much did Diageo know about what Diddy was doing?
They knew.
Come on, Mike.
I think there was a percentage that
knew.
knew because they were invited to the parties
Yeah,
because
they
they were
knew.
at that tier of, I don't want to say income, but they were at the level to where, hey, we have a partnership.
Has anyone
sure,
seen the
we'll bring
50
you
Cent
in.
documentary?
Not yet, but I'm sure
haven't
that
yet.
is
I've seen
scathing.
cuts of it.
Okay.
It's
My
good. I
wife
have a
is
feeling that's
watching it.
gonna
My
be-
wife told me that while I was here getting drunk and crashing on my futon tonight, that she was going to watch it.
Nice.
I've only seen clips of it, but
I mean, it's coming from Fiddy, so it's going to be incredibly biased to one side.
it's a
but it's
lot
going to
of
be
just direct clips.
Yeah, it's
correct.
clips.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It's actual
absolutely,
video.
absolutely.
It's
right,
actual video
absolutely.
from people
Actually there.
in his circle.
Absolutely.
like
Absolutely.
in real
And
time.
him on his phone with his lawyer.
Yeah.
Which I'm not sure who the fuck thought that was a good idea, but yeah.
Yeah.
But you got to imagine, or I can only imagine that somebody like him probably has somebody recording him all the time.
All the
Yeah.
time, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bad idea.
I agree.
Gotta lock
Is
that
that from
shit
a lawyer? Is that from a legal standpoint? You would say that's a bad idea, Mike?
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
I would say from a legal
Yeah.
standpoint, that's a bad idea.
That's why I'm glad that I grew up when I did all the
If
dumb
you're up
shit
to
that I
no
did.
good,
There were no
it shouldn't be on video.
yeah.
Correct.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think the
Exactly.
dumbest thing that I've ever done in my life is the amount of shit that I've said on tape.
On Barstool Perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's out on the internet forever now.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. I mean, I'm fine with it. I've given up being senator.
It's and that is one of the things that I love the most about Barstool Perspective is just the honesty. Like, you know what, this is just fucking stupid. You're not sugarcoating anything. You're like, this is a dumb idea. This is was that perfectly timed? Oh no.
Wow.
I was gonna say I thought that was synced.
No, for the sake of the audio, I had to open mine at a
Amazing.
different time.
Amazing. Like, there's no questioning what you actually think about the stories. No one needs to go, okay, what side are they on? Like, do they think this is okay, not okay, whatever it is. I love the honesty of Barstool Perspective. I mean, will that end up getting you guys both thrown in jail one day? Maybe, I don't know. But
El
I
Salvador is
appreciate it. I
I'll come
approve of
visit
it.
you.
In El Salvador, I tell you.
In December.
I won't.
In December.
We'll do the podcast there. All right.
Yeah.
Right in your jail cell.
Yeah.
El Salvador, I'm a no, but
In El Salvador, we're going to be having forced sex with Christy Gnome,
Oh, God. Plastic face.
which actually I kind of feel. I'm thinking might be the best part of it.
It's like a Venus flytrap, man. I don't know. You might dissolve a anyway. No.
Well, it's my hope for 2026 is hopefully we get to the plateau, like starting steady, and we start climbing like we used to be, and hopefully Gen Z gets their head and start. You took those words out of my mouth.
I think they're figuring it out.
Yeah,
I think so,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I just hope the best, and I think we're all going to be here in 2026, and.
I hope so, yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
For the 2025 panel, this grew into 7 parts, and it has been an incredible journey. And I hope to keep growing this panel. And I appreciate everyone that took a part of this. And
You're going to have to start the 2026 panel in August.
I might. but no,
Welcome to the panel show.
Yes. So I
Year
appreciate
round.
everyone, and
Well,
love
we
you all.
appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Hey,
Appreciate
cheers.
you, buddy.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Thanks, Blake.